Hey.
And we're going to play a little bit of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Oh.
Have you guys ever played before?
No.
But you know what it is, right?
Yeah.
So fantasy role-playing, we're all going to pick a character. Well, I'm going to play everyone else in the universe, basically. And it's going to be a lot of It's our adventure in the Dusty Knuckle. It's a tavern that's well known to mercenaries and adventurers as the place to get the tip for the next job coming. The meat is flowing and flagons are clanking. There's a fire roaring in the corner, but even despite all that noise, all your eyes go straight towards the main doors of the tavern, which fling open all of a sudden, and a large figure is standing in the doorway. Even from your table, about, a good 10 paces from the door, you can smell the beer from here. This person has clearly had a few. I'll be honest with you, gentlemen, I'm in need of help. My son, you see, I think he's cursed. People say he's got the conniptions, but I know there's magic involved. He's not been right for the last 2 days now. And I'm in need of adventurers, bold adventurers, such as yourselves. What do you say?
Are you paying us?
Listen, fellows, I'm not short of cash. I'm willing to pay handsomely should my son return to good health.
Well, if you offer silver, I'm all ears and my sword is yours.
I'm offering gold, sir.
You're offering gold?
Yes.
Then you can have my drink.
Excellent.
You have my drink?
Well, gentlemen, a toast to our new allegiance. I'll put that back over there. And he kind of claps his hands together and sort of motions, shall we? And you'll kind of finish up your drinks and leave the tavern. Fishguard Manor is almost a stone's throw from the tavern. Archie's room is just up the staircase, and it's the second door on the left.
Let us go find this boy, the child, who is cursed.
Your pace is crazy.
All right, so you make your way up the sort of spiral staircase in the middle of this quite grand entranceway, and you find yourself in a very long corridor. The second door on the left is slightly ajar. Push it aside, and the sight that meets you is it's a very impressive room. It's messy but comfortable, but the one thing that you notice as soon as you walk in is a young man. He's sitting rigidly in the center. Found anything? What do you think? Is it magic? It's magic, isn't it?
Magic, definitely.
We shall talk to him and ask him about Varro.
Okay. What would you like to say to him?
Who is Varro?
Oh, I've heard that name before. Posters. There's posters out in the streets. Lionheart goes out into the street, and yet again, Reginald was not lying. There are posters up actually in front of the Dusty Knuckle, funnily enough, and the posters read thusly: talented musicians wanted. Fame and fortune awaits you as a member of our world-renowned traveling band. Ask for Varro at the Silver Serpent Tavern.
Can I go upstairs and grab those coins and then come back?
You'll have to make a stealth sleight of hand check.
I got +7, so let me roll something.
Hey, that's not the case. If you're going to roll the dice, then do it in the right place.
Hey, my G, that for real. Oh, it's weak.
That's an insta-fail. While these guys were talking, you thought you were being really stealthy and sort of sidled over to Archie and kind of just sort of put your hand in his pocket and the coins just spilled out onto the floor, and you actually knocked over a pile of books while you did it. Reginald is actually quite hurt by that attempt.
Can we put a spell on him?
My guy.
Calm him down.
Yes.
I think I have a spell for this, you know?
Just sleep.
Oh, you want to put him to
A
sleep?
level 1 magic trick.
Your spell succeeds. Tell us what happens.
I'm like, sir, calm down. And then I tapped on his head.
He kind of just blinks wide once for a second and then falls on the floor.
Why don't we ask the people at the bar if they know who Vero is?
Voro is okay. What, we using intimidation or what?
No.
Oh no, we could just go ask her.
Alright.
Ask some questions.
Ask the bartender.
No, she'll find you cute.
Well, because I'm
And
small.
you, yes.
A very large figure is kind of sidled up to the side of you. Sparrow, is it? It's a big half orc, and he looks pretty mean.
Ah, so we
Better get ready for that
yeah,
battle,
yeah.
bro.
He's like, I don't think you guys are ready for Barrow, to be quite honest with you. It's nasty business. So,
Well, as much as you might think that, because we are plotting, my dragonborn friend here will definitely squash him.
I might know something, I might not. How about we solve this for a little drinking contest?
Bottoms up. Come, let's go.
Come on then, I like this one. All right.
Can I try my luck with sleight of hand?
You can try and pretend to drink and throw the shot over your shoulder.
17.
Yes.
A lot of maths.
That's a lot of math. It's success.
34. It's 34.
When Good Bad goes to cheers again, what? Boom, straight behind you, and in fact, it kind of just sloshes into a sink that's very handily placed in the back of the room. All right, well, Good Bad is, you can tell, very, very impressed with your drinking ability. You're talking about Varro, right?
Yes, we were.
Follow the jingle. And he points to the far end of the bar. It's a figure that you didn't actually notice before. And as they move towards the door of the tavern, they start to jingle because they've got 2 tambourines tucked into their belt loops, and they walk slowly out of the tavern.
Then we follow.
Yeah, that spooked me out. I didn't really know what. I was kind of scared.
We follow and see where he goes.
Eventually, he comes to, on first glance, empty house. The door opens very slightly. He walks inside, and the door closes behind. There are 2 windows around the back of the house. One is slightly open. If you look inside, you can see 4 figures. One is kind of sewing a very elaborate looking robe, and the other is kind of stringing an expensive looking lute. The other 2 have their backs to you, so you can't really tell who they are or what they're doing.
What are you saying for dexterity?
16 plus 3.
I think that's the best then. I think that you should be the one that first climbs up and then maybe throw a rope down to us that we can then use and climb up.
Oh, that's so good. 18.
That's what I'm saying. Come on.
Oh, no.
My brother.
All right, so you swing yourself up in one motion right up onto the ledge of the window. Quietly raise the window and slip your legs inside.
If it goes left, we just beat him up, yeah? Yeah? Alright, lads.
Oh my gosh.
Unfortunately, one of your wrappings on your foot got caught, and you've just kind of crashed through. The 2 figures whose faces you saw actually don't react, and one of the other figures don't react either. The last figure in the room to turn around is in fact a high elf woman. So let me just give you a picture of this lady. She's, as you can tell, extremely extravagant. She's quite tall and physically quite imposing. She's very she draws herself up very tall. She's clearly a performer. But the thing that keeps drawing your eye is she's got this gorgeous, ornate necklace that when you keep your eyes on it for more than a few seconds, it almost starts to glow. I'm going to be the greatest performer in the world, and I know you've got your little flute or whatever. If you guys are gonna try and stop me with your little adventure, we're gonna have problems.
So what's going on with little old Charlie boy? Why is he cursed?
Oh, that guy! He just had too much talent and he was gonna waste it, so I guess his talent is mine now.
Wow.
I know this woman's deal. I say we just go straight for the kill.
You're having it, bro.
Or you might have to hold a lick or 2. So worried.
What's your armor class?
12.
It's looking like you might die, bro.
She, in one very quick motion, has just taken a dagger out of her belt and thrown it directly at your head.
Oh, damn, I'm dead.
It's gone right into the wall beside you.
He missed!
Oh, you lucky.
How did he miss?
I wanted to use vicious mockery.
All right, what are you gonna say to her?
In life, we go up and down like Mercury. You're so ugly. It hurts me.
Vara just staggers backwards a little bit and looks a little bit bothered.
So I'm gonna take this opportunity to hit with a dagger and also do a sneak attack. So I should roll for a 20, right? And it's
Oh
not with us.
my.
Not again.
5.
5 plus 2.
7.
That is a hit. What happened?
Berserker! Bow, bow. Where do you think you're going? Strength, speed, because I'm in rage, adrenaline.
You realize that when Varo took all that damage, the necklace kind of glowed a little bit for just a split second.
Okay.
But it was enough to make you a bit more aware of it than before.
I think we should
Alright.
take the necklace.
Exactly. Firebolt necklace.
Bro, you so didn't do no fire.
No, mate.
Oh my god.
17. Burn the
My
money.
guy.
My guy.
Money.
No, we did it wrong.
My guy.
My guy.
6.
Yes.
Wait, that's
That's
19.
19.
Give me a 6. And it's a
Yes.
6, bro. That's what we do on these streets. Yeah, boy.
You've been nice.
With the-
Ice with the dice. Oh my days.
Sneak attack.
So as our Titus the Outcast slips in and just with one deft movement of his dagger slits the necklace from her neck, it falls to the floor and just on impact there's a blinding white light and you all kind of shield your eyes.
Hold up for that.
When your retinas start working again, Varo is actually right by the open door. You guys, okay, you know what? I am not appreciating this like at all. So I'm gonna go. You can have your little guy, whatever his name was, Archibald, whatever. You can have him back. But I will see you again. I don't forget anything. Sitting at the center of the pile of dust where the necklace fell, there is a large gem, and it's glowing very brightly. It's got an almost ethereal presence.
Anywho, I'm gonna hold on to this diamond.
You all okay with that?
I'm kind of okay with it. I'm very worried about Archie right now, bro.
Listen,
Yeah,
Alright,
Archie.
true.
Things
All
to
right.
go.
It's not too far a walk to get back to Fishguard Manor. The sun is just about coming up at this time. You come up to the door and boom, boom, boom. Exactly. And the door slowly opens and it's Archie. He looks he's like, what is going on?
Your father hired us to save you. You
Oh,
are cursed.
I was wondering where the last 3 days went. Thank you guys so much. Just as he's like kind of spouting his thanks and still looking a little bit confused, you're like, you feel a weird burning sensation in your chest. And actually, there's a bit of a glowing light starting to emanate from inside. That is no ordinary gem.
Can you use one of his magic spells to like discover what that is?
Unfortunately, that's all we have time for. It's the end of the adventure. Well, thank you guys so much. I had a lot of fun. You have a good time?
I wanna play this game.
Especially with the costumes on, it definitely brings a different
Right?
element to the game. I enjoy that a lot.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Do you know what? It makes me wanna. It sounds silly, but it makes me wanna apply the internet to this. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like having like a way.
And I'm only level 1. I'm trying to start
Yeah.
grinding.
I think we should do it again sometime.
Yeah,
100%.
definitely. Even in costume.
Next week.
Next week.
Next week.
And
That's the next week.
my guy.
My guy.
My guy.
My guy.
DM
All right.
That's the medieval,
Yeah.
medieval snakeage.
Well, Hi, we are live and welcome to a very special stream today, part 1 of 3. We've got to say thank you to both giffgaff and Dungeons & Dragons for having us today. I am so excited because we actually get to play a brand new adventure from Ghosts of Saltmarsh that nobody has played before. This is really exciting. My name is Aoife Wilson, and why don't we all introduce ourselves? Introduce both yourself and your character, please, because we did have a bit of pre-roll there to show where we're up to, but we'll do a little catch-up as well.
Hi, how you doing? No, my name is Skinny Malone. I'm an artist, musician, and today I'm going to be playing Bard Simpson, pun intended. That guy. I'm a tiefling. My intention is to take over the world, so I thought I'm going to join in because we have the Dragonborn over there, so there's the strength for me to do everything.
Hi people, I am Jabilu. I'm a music producer. Today I'm playing Mordecai the Wizard. I'm a rock gnome. I'm a level 4, so I'm coming. I'm a great wizard. I'm here. I'm small, but honestly, I'm coming with vengeance. Watch out everyone, yes.
My name is Jordan YV. I'm an artist and youth speaker. My character today is Balazar Lionheart. I'm a Dragonborn, level 4, barbarian. So yeah, no one's messing with me today. So like,
We'll see about that.
I got my flute, bro.
you know where you can put that.
We'll see.
And my name's Kyle. Well, my friends call me Dank. You follow on TCO Dank. I'm a rapper, and I'm playing Titus the Outcast today. I'm an elf, and I'm just trying to get my gold up. This time around.
Mm-hmm. So we're kind of like a band of unlikely allies. There's kind of like a little bit of an alliance forming. Before we actually get started, though, do you guys have anything to shout out for yourselves? Like anything that you want anyone to check out while we've still got a chance before we get into character?
Yeah, I'm gonna put myself out there. You can Google me B, Jordan YV, and just all my music is everywhere. So just
Yeah, follow me on TCO Dank. I got a new song out called Need. Besides that, just follow the rest of the gang, really, Triple X and TCO.
I'm Javilu. You can follow me at Javilu at JAVVYLUU. I do everyone's videos and music, so check it out.
And DJ,
do everything.
And take pictures.
And model and style.
And maybe we got told off. Sorry, my bad. That was the best, basically.
Yeah.
Nice. All
I
right.
wrote myself, no, right now, we don't know him is out at the moment. There's a few videos out. I am Skinny Malone, everything you'll find it. Anyway, move on.
Amazing. Okay. So now that we've put ourselves out there, I think we can get started. So a little bit of catching us up. As people might have seen from the pre-roll, our previous adventure had us trying to find a young boy who'd been taken, and you were hired by his father to seek him out, and you actually did end up getting him back at the end, but you also found yourself a gem, which started to glow very unexpectedly towards the end. A little bit of time has passed since then. Once the gem started to glow, Archie, the boy, actually came to your help, as did Reginald, although Reginald was not happy because you put him to sleep. He let that slide since, you did help out his son. And they let you stay at the mansion for a night. They let you rest, gave you food, and they did pay the sum that was promised to get Archie back. And then once you showed that gem to Reginald, he said that he had a friend that you should talk to who specializes in unknown artifacts and could probably point you in the direction of what that gem is, how much it's worth, and what its purpose is. So the next morning, he tells you to go down to the docks, which are a very short walk away from the mansion, and ask for an Aubrek Dralion. So that morning, you've set out from the mansion, you find yourselves in the docks. What happens next?
Wow.
What's that boat, right? Dragon? What's that?
Aubrek Dralion is the name of the man who can help you out.
Okay.
Is it Orbit Dragon?
I don't know. It sounds like a new language.
Get that Orbit Dragon.
Aubrek Dralion, yeah. So the docks, it's fairly early in the day. You did sleep in a little bit, just because you were so knackered from the last adventure. The docks are fairly busy. There's a few people around. There's kind of like crates being hoisted to and fro. There's a lot of boats in the harbour. But yeah, what you do next is kind of up to you.
I want to go. I've seen here that I got passive intelligence of investigation. So, my idea would be to ask people within the docks about the name.
Okay, so why don't you make for me an investigation check? So that would be take your d20 there. Yep. And give us a little roll. So that is
That's a 9.
That's a 9, but then you've also got your investigation modifier there, which is
Where's
yes.
investigation?
Yep.
Oh, that's -1.
Oof. So an 8. So you've actually you've started on the right foot for sure, but you're such an imposing presence, obviously being dragonborn, that a lot of the sailors are a little bit, they don't really want to make eye contact with you. They've kind of gone out of their way to avoid you. You get the sense that one of your friends might actually have better luck doing the same thing.
Get the gnome then.
Ooh, me.
Do you want to make an investigation check?
Ooh. Yes, actually, I do.
Go on.
Roll numbers. That is a 9, and my investigation is +6.
A lot more investigation.
So you actually, in your wizard garb, command a lot more respect, weirdly enough, being quite a bit shorter than our dragonborn, but you do, people know what you're
Respect me.
about. And you've, obviously with a little bit of more wisdom and intelligence, you've actually asked people specifically for the name Albrecht Dralion. And you come upon a half-orc, quite well dressed, and you asked him, what do you say to him?
Who is this guy that we're all looking for? Oh, blood.
Go on.
Go.
Smart one.
Give it to him. Give him a minute.
I need help, guys. You gotta help me. It's a team effort right now. Come on.
Man said Orbit Dragon.
What is it?
Albrecht Dralion.
Albrecht Dralion. Who is he and why?
Oh, you're looking for an Albrecht Dralion, are you? That's actually my master. He's at the offices at the moment, but can I ask what this is about?
What's the first mission?
It's about finding out
What is that?
what is it.
Oh, that's interesting. Listen, fellas, I think we might have a case of mutual benefit, you know? We do a favour for you, you do a favour for us. How about we go and have a talk with my master? How's that sound?
As long as we're talking gold, I don't mind.
I mean, I think we can make that work, yeah. Yeah? All right.
I just think, can we trust?
Yeah, I was about to say that. How long have you been has he been your master?
Why don't you make a charisma check?
Yeah, check him out.
So roll your d20 there.
Yeah.
He is the highest charisma of all these.
Ooh.
It's a good call.
15.
15 plus your modifier, which is, I think, a +6.
Yeah.
What do you
Charisma.
got down here?
My charisma is
+6, yeah.
Yep.
+6. Yeah, +6.
You've kind of
21.
swaggered up and checked out Vertheg. Vertheg is very well dressed for a half-orc. He has a broken tusk. He's quite, even from a distance, he's very distinguishable. His swarthy skin is kind of at a very much sort of contrast to how well dressed he is. He's very affable with you guys. He's very open in his body language, and you sense that he is above board and being very fair.
What do you guys think?
Just trust him.
Yay? Nay?
I was saying,
Yeah, trusting you, so yeah, I'll trust him.
remember,
Okay.
you guys got me.
Let's move forward as a pack. Let's go.
All right, so we're cutting a very unusual path through the docks. Some sailors actually do literally stop in their tracks and kind of go stare at you as you walk past. Vertheg doesn't really seem to notice. He's kind of used to this, and actually you get the sense that he does dealings with a lot of shady characters.
Oh.
Okay.
Your type of people.
Oh, okay. So you're cutting a very unusual path through the docks. Vertheg looks like he's done this quite a few times before. And you come to a very large building, one of the largest in the docks actually. But when you open it up and go inside, it's well kept, but you sense that it was once made to house a lot more workers than are currently there. You kind of go up these stone steps in the middle, and there's quite a large, rather nice office at the top, and behind a big mahogany desk with lots of like strange kind of knickknacks and chests and all things on the top sits a human male. He's got sort of iron hair pulled back in quite a tight ponytail, and he's got like he's quite well dressed, but you do notice that his clothes probably haven't been in fashion for maybe about a year.
Oh,
We got fashion over there.
Yeah.
fashion police.
This is, gentlemen, this is my master. This is Albrecht Dralian, the merchant prince. You've probably heard of him, but he's got a little proposition for you. But why don't you introduce yourselves first?
Hi there, my name is Balazar Lionheart. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Mordecai the Wizard.
Oh, wizard. Oh,
Yes, yes.
nice to meet you, sir.
The name Simpson. Bard Simpson.
Bard? Oh, you're a bard. Oh, wonderful. Oh, I do love music, you know. Oh, it's wonderful.
Titus the outcast, the elf.
Oh my. Oh, what an interesting bunch of fellows. What brings you to my office today?
This crystal,
Oh my. May I?
you may?
Oh. I've seen these before, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I should sort of explain who I am. I am, they call me the Merchant Prince, but you know, I once commanded most of the vessels in and out of this port. I sort of saw shipments of spices and all sorts of trinkets come through the city, but I'll be honest, gentlemen, the last couple of years have been quite difficult. I had contacts in the South Seas, and they told me to invest a lot of my stock into this rather wild region in the south, said to liquidate a lot of my assets and put all the money into investing in that area. That was 3 years ago. I bought a lot of profits, and let me tell you, I had a lot of wealth to put into that little venture. Put it all aboard my ship, my beautiful ship, Emperor of the Waves, you know. Biggest ship for quite a long way. And it set sail for the south, and my gosh, it never got there.
Wait, you never told, what does that have to do with this?
Sorry, yes, sorry. I am getting to it. So I put all my wealth into the ship and all my property deeds, my commissary notes, and a lot of my notes on shipments of magical artifacts, which I'm sure you'll understand, this is most certainly a magical artifact. I put it all into one box on this ship, the Emperor of the Waves, and my gosh, that one box is worth 100,000 gold pieces. 100,000 gold pieces, gentlemen. That is a huge chunk of my wealth.
What? Wait. What does it do? Magically, what's the magic?
Well, this is the thing, gentlemen. If I had my box back, I could tell you. And I'd be willing to offer you, if I can get my box back, 10% of its worth. I'm prepared to offer you 10,000 gold pieces.
I'd like to make a counter offer.
No deal.
No deal. I'd like to make a counter offer.
No deal.
We take back the diamond. We take back the crystal. You pay us to find.
No,
that box of yours.
this crystal is yours. This is yours. What I'm proposing, gentlemen, is that in order to find out what is this crystal, we enter into a sort of mutually beneficial contract of sorts. You know, so you fellows, who I can tell are very, very well versed in adventuring and all sorts, you find my ship. My ship has just been seen. It's been spotted not 15 days ago. A couple of hundred, yachts away from the harbour. I have procured a vessel. I've procured the Soul of Winter, which will take you within distance of the Emperor of the Waves. I've hired a crew to take you there. To take whoever there, and I am prepared to offer you a sizable sum to bring my box back to me.
Sounds like we have to go.
No, I want to raise the price at least 15%.
Yo, guys, there's a crew and a boat.
I am a dragonborn, not a waterborn, so I will not be sailing on ships for scraps.
You might as well fly over.
My brother, just do like Game of Thrones. Sit on your flying whatever it is, my friend. However, it is 100 gold coins.
No,
It is 100 gold coins. It is 100,000.
it's 10,000 for us.
I think there's 4 of us. Why not 40%? That's 10,000
What's the most you can go to?
Yeah, I think we're asking
Can we
three questions.
bargain?
Yeah, can we bargain in this scenario?
So, if you'd like to bargain, you're going to have to make a charisma roll.
Yeah, you have the highest charisma, my friend.
In any deal that we make, we keep the crystal.
Go on.
That's always
Gentlemen,
ours.
I assure you, your crystal is your
Always
own. I only wish to help. in that regard.
What is that?
9.
Okay, so it's a 9.
Plus 6.
Plus 6 is 15. Ooh.
Gentlemen, I realize what this sounds like, and I will be frank with you. I am in a desperate situation. A couple of years ago, I could afford to pay you all 100,000 gold pieces, but this box is my last chance to get my former standing back. I am like, look around you. My workers have gone. My ships have gone. Everything I have is on the Emperor of the Waves. I have spent my last coin to get one ship to take some gallant fellows such as yourselves to get my box back. I am prepared to pay you 15%.
Each.
I can't go that high. I'm afraid I cannot go that high.
You're stretching.
60%, that's what he was asking for.
From one
Yeah.
gentleman to another, I would love to pay
I'll
you
take
that much, but this is my entire work. Look at it this way. Once I get my property deeds, my commissary notes, my ship, and everything else I've worked my entire life for back, I will be prepared to put you, fine gentlemen, on the path to more riches. I am a very powerful ally to have, sir.
What does
I think
everyone
we should
say?
move forward. Just move forward.
Yeah, just move forward and let's get onto that ship.
What the question
Fly
is?
out.
Yeah, let's find out first where we need to go.
So let me give you a little bit of a spiel, as it were. I have procured the Soul of Winter. It's a good ship, gentlemen. I have procured a team of 30 dwarf sailors to take you within 500 meters of the Emperor of the Waves. I have put provision aboard, should you wish to use it. Just, I don't know, a few small things that might help you. And the box that you're looking for it's like a blue metal. You'll know it when you see it. It's unfortunately, I have to warn you, no offense meant, but the box can only be opened by myself. It's sealed by magic, and you will find it. I believe they stashed it inside a wooden crate, which had a letter A branded on it. Yes, so it should be easy enough to track down.
Okay.
For gentlemen of your intellect, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I believe. I mean, again, I'll be honest with you. I'm worried that the longer we leave the Emperor of the Waves, because it's been, I don't know if you gentlemen realize, it's been gone for 5 years. It has only just turned up in the last 15 days. And news of my wealth and my fall from grace, as it were, has travelled. And I am worried that the longer we leave the Emperor of the Waves out there, the more likely it is that it will be pillaged by someone else.
Yes, I think you're right. I think we should move forward.
Okay, very well.
Do we have an accord?
Yep.
Absolutely.
15.
We have an accord. Wonderful. Oh, this is fantastic. I'm very excited. Okay. Well, why don't you fellows take an hour or more, have a wander around, prepare yourselves, and Verthik, my wonderful butler, will take you to the Winter Soul as soon as you're ready.
Cool.
Yes?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing
Wonderful. Oh, I'm sure this is going to go swimmingly for everyone.
Yes.
Swimming.
Swimming.
Swimmingly.
All right. So, is there anything that you guys would like to do before you head down to
Can we prepare any sort?
You can. I mean, you're well rested from the night before. Still, you can have one. You can go to the
Are there
shops.
any shops that we can up our weapons, like sharpen our weapons or like get the hit points up?
You are actually in fairly good stead at the moment. Your weapons are well maintained for the time being, and you had a good night's sleep at Fishguard Manor the night before. So unless you want to talk to anyone else, get maybe a little bit of backstory on the ship or anything, then it's up to you.
Could we go around and talk to the people?
Yeah.
And then see what they have knowledge about the boat and where we're going and what we come from and blah blah.
And what we might
Best
face.
to have them on our side.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Okay. Well, if you want, you can wander around. Tell me, like, what sort of people are you kind of seeing at the docks at the moment? Do you want to kind of, sort of describe?
I feel like because it's the docks, it's a lot of. Back in those times, it's like the transit that's like the airport, so you're gonna see a lot of different races and stuff like that. So you're seeing Dragonborn, you're seeing elves, you're seeing dwarves, and like maybe like the elves are coming off very fancy ships and everything like that, and the dwarves will be coming off, and the Dragonborns will be coming off a lot more packed ship and not as classy and stuff like that.
There'll be a mix of everyone just trying to trade and check in stock and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. Yeah. So the Soul of Winter actually is it was one of the ships that you first noticed when you came down to the docks. It like Albrecht says, it is very well maintained, and if this wasn't even the jewel of his fleet before, then you can only imagine what the Emperor of the Waves looked like beforehand. As you kind of wander along, you do kind of hear, because now your ears are tuned for it as you leave Albrecht Dralian's sort of office, you are actually hearing some whispers regarding the Emperor of the Waves. Albrecht was telling the truth. It did only just turn up a few days ago. It was a few years ago loaded to venture to the southern seas with a vast amount of wealth on board, but it disappeared. It never made port in the south, and several years passed, and it was considered, to all intents and purposes, gone. And so now you can imagine, having been spotted off the coast a few days before, it's created quite a buzz. And in fact, when you wander past some of the seedier parts of the docks, there are some very shady looking fellows, and you feel like they are making plans to go there first. So you feel like, actually, maybe we should get
all right, cool. After I think instinctively understanding the situation, we get on the boat and just get ready to set sail.
All right, so you approach the Soul of Winter, and there are a lot of it's a ship that is crewed by an old dwarf crew of about, I'd say about 30. It's actually it's quite busy, and there are a lot of there's a lot of toing and froing, a lot of sort of getting the masts ready and sort of making things ready to set sail. There's one dwarf in particular that kind of is pointing, and sort of you can tell, like, you don't even need any sort of nautical training to deduce that is the captain. So would you like to go and introduce yourselves to the captain?
Yeah, we'll go to the captain.
All right, so
I think you should talk to him, because you can intimidate him and get more information out of him.
All right, cool.
No, we don't need intimidation. We need to.
Well, he's part of our
just
team.
open up. Yeah, we just open up and be like, does anyone
What's going on?
If anyone has any questions, they can ask. I'm just gonna be. I don't feel like I have anything at the moment. I feel like something will pop up eventually, instinctively. But yeah, hi, Captain. My name is-
that must be the crew that your Albrecht said he was going to send, eh?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Balazar
yay.
Lionheart.
Balazar, all right, nice to meet you. All right.
Nice to meet you.
Aye.
Your name?
Oh no, my name's Titus the Outcast.
All right.
I'm really just trying to find this box and come back home.
That's fair. Let me tell you, son, we're all exactly the same. We've been paid to do a job, and a job we shall do.
Yes.
You know?
I am Mordecai the Wizard.
Ah,
Nice.
a gnome.
Yes.
Lovely to meet you.
Hi, how you doing? I'm Bard.
Bard. My name is Walgar Windrune, and this is my crew. And I'm sure you gentlemen won't mind, but we've got a job to do, as I'm sure you fellas do. We want to get you there in good stead. We want to get you there in time. We've got a lot of setting up still to do. But if you'd like to make your way below deck, we've got some cabins set up for you, and we'll be off in not too long.
Anything we could do to speed up the process?
You know, that's very kind of you. But my crew is we're well versed in this, and we're only interested in doing as much as we've been paid, which I'm sure you fellas can understand. The Albrecht, he's a funny fella, isn't he? He
Very strange. He talks a lot.
He talks an awful lot, but sure, that's merchants for you, son. He said he'd left some stuff in your cabins. I don't know if you want to check it out, but we're gonna set sail pretty much. Well, you guys are aboard, so I guess we're gonna do it.
How long shall the journey take?
Well, I mean, the sea looks fairly clear from here, but I'd say we'd be there in half a day. We'll be there by nightfall. I would hope. I mean, you know, the gods be good. We'll be there by nightfall.
But you can never trust a blue mother. You never know.
Fair enough. All right, let's go. That's okay.
Let's go.
So his duty is done. He kind of wanders off, sort of just still directing his crew, going back and forth. You're kind of free to investigate the ship if you would like to.
I think I'm going.
Are we all in one cabin or individual cabins? Can we see each other's stuff?
You, well, if you would like to head down the stairs, the cabins, the ship. I mean, it's fairly standard layout. You've got the upper deck. You've got two sort of double doors here and there, and then there's a wrought iron gate in the center of the main hull, which is currently open because it's being looted. You head down those stairs, take a right, and your quarters are immediately just there. And you walk in, and it's fairly comfortable lodgings. You've had worse, put it that way. And as promised, there are a number of provisions there. You investigate, and you find there's studded leather armor there for anyone who needs it or wants it. 2 light crossbows with 20 bolts to each one. There's 5 50-foot coils of rope, 2 grappling hooks, 12 torches, 2 healer's kits, 6 vials of antitoxin, whatever you might need that for, 2 healing potions, and 2 empty sacks for carrying whatever you find on the ship.
And does that go straight to everyone, or do we have to pick
You can
one?
you can take it, or you can leave it, or you can do whatever you like.
No, we can take it.
All right.
Take it as a team.
So why don't you decide? Because I
That
feel like
anti-venom,
you'll need to know who
antitoxin.
has what.
Well, one person could take one each.
I'll
Or
take
like
2.
we're just spreading it across the board.
Antitoxin and rope.
So you're going to take 2 antitoxin and rope.
I'm taking the 2 empty sacks.
I low-key feel like, because my class is elf and a thief,
wants the
I'll get the
crossbow?
leather
Yes,
armor,
that's
because
a
the
good
leather
call.
armor's like to me.
Yeah, he wants the
agile.
crossbow as well.
I feel like I have,
You take the crossbow.
I got a short bow, so a crossbow will be better.
Okay, so
He's got
Balzar,
grappling
you're
hook.
taking 2 antitoxin and a rope.
Yeah,
What?
maybe probably add the grappling hook as well,
Yeah.
just to make sense. Grappling hook.
Okay.
But if no one's called it, I'll get the healing kit
Yes,
as
I'm
well.
saying, yeah, I'm getting. Can I get a healing kit?
Yeah, there's 2, we might as well get one each.
Yeah.
There's armor. What armor was there?
It was
There's
leather.
4 leather studded armor. There's 4 sets there.
Yeah.
Always one each. That was always planned.
So Titus, you have a healing kit
Yes, thank you.
and a leather armor set,
Thank you. And a crossbow.
crossbow.
How
Thank
many
you.
crossbows there?
There's 2
I'm
crossbows,
taking another
each with 20 bolts.
Bows.
Okay.
Cool.
And sorry, about 20 bolts, that mean 20 hit?
20 bolts,
like
so
20.
like little
Okay,
arrows.
so
yeah,
but
yeah.
it'll always be 6 hit, right?
Oh yeah, correct.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
you're fine.
Second.
And Mordecai, what are you taking?
So taking crossbows, 20, 2 empty sacks, because I can use that for my special power enlarging.
Oh,
So I can
okay.
fill it up and then
Interesting.
shrink it back when I need it. I need armor as well.
Armor, yeah.
And
He's
think
got
outside the
plans.
box.
He's got
I
plans.
don't know what else I'm missing. I'm thinking,
Can I make a suggestion? You
Go on.
have some more antitoxin there. I would.
Oh, I'll
let's see.
yeah, grab the.
Okay.
I want to get one, babe.
I already got some. Have we
you
got any
also-
any healing kit anymore then?
No, there's
No,
only two.
Two.
There's
Yes.
only two.
No.
Okay, okay.
I got one.
Yeah, they took it.
That's why I feel like you have to do antitoxins, because at least at the end of the day,
Balances
anyone
out.
anyone
And
else
they
having
get
it will be
healing
able to
armor as
use
well.
it, sort of thing. So
Additionally, yeah, you're very
Yeah.
right. You'll just have to pass it between one another,
healing.
and also
Hmm?
you have some spells.
Yeah, healing kit.
exactly.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe as well get maps, any maps available.
Okay, would you like to
Ask the captain.
You could ask the captain, or you could do a little bit of an investigation of. Do whatever you like. What would you like to do?
Maybe I'll ask the captain.
Okay.
Just stroll up to him and be like, yo.
Maybe
So
Okay.
you've left the quarters. Is it just you, or are you guys coming as well?
No, he's independent tonight.
Yeah,
Can I
you
go
do your thing.
I'll go and ask him for
Work it.
You're right there, son. What are you looking for?
just a map of the journey that we will be taking.
A map. Let me think. Actually, you know what? I did work on the Emperor of the Waves at one point. Gosh, that was years ago. Fine ship, brilliant ship. Anyway, I do have a map. I do have a map of it in my quarters. Just a second. He kind of runs off, comes back, and comes back with.
Thank you very much, sir.
Now,
So open
I
it.
don't know what sort of. I mean, bear in mind, son, this ship has been gone for quite a few years. I honestly, I don't know what we're going to find. It could be nothing at all. But if it is the Emperor of the Waves, it can withstand quite a bit of damage. So it might be all right. We'll find out.
Cool. Thank you very much.
So what did the captain say?
Gave us the map.
Do you want to show them that? Do you
Yeah,
want
I
to
wanna
like
see
have a little
how-
look?
How legit this is.
Oh, this is a map of the. This map.
Main deck, lower deck, cargo hold,
Pass me that real quick.
quarter deck. I didn't even know you had that much.
Let's make it like this, actually. Let's put X right here, do a little line, and then put a circle over here. Let's start again. Pass the map.
No, that's the map of the ship. That's
Bam.
what you're looking
No, the
for.
ship.
Oh, I thought it was the map of where we're going.
No, you're going.
Oh,
Yeah,
Turn it over, turn
that's legit.
we got that.
it. Legit.
Okay.
Oh, I thought we had the cores. I don't. Oh.
Can somebody do like an I'm not the one for the intelligence. I've only got wisdom, so
It's my intelligence out
Listen to
here.
go use the cat.
Yeah, mine's plus.
I've got the wisdom
Okay.
part. Somebody else. That's the wisdom.
I want to
That's what I said.
throw
There is
D20.
a difference between intelligence and wisdom in this, and I can't kind of tell you what it is. Wisdom is being able to notice things.
So quick question. Sorry.
Yeah, go for it.
From this map, can I see where the treasure could be?
No, you cannot. The map shows you the general layout of the ship from when it was in its prime.
Entirety.
Okay.
But there's no saying that things haven't changed around, and it doesn't mark.
Well, where we're
individual
gonna find the box.
Yeah.
You can ask the captain where he might think the box is, but he can only really make an informed guess.
Okay.
We'd be in the captain's quarters, though.
Yeah. If it
it's
was
his.
if it was Olbrich himself that owned the ship, then he would want private access to it. So
Well, let's just set sail and see if it's not
Captain's
broken in
quarters.
parts.
Let's go then.
Let's go. So, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So you've headed back to your quarters and kind of, been looking out the portholes and passing time, played a few rounds of cards for a while. Eventually, none of you've spent a lot of time on a ship before, and the very sort of gentle motion and the crashing of the waves sends you into quite a peaceful sleep. And you wake up quite abruptly at the door of the cabin. And from outside, Walgar is like, "Lads, we can see something on the horizon. You want to come upstairs when you're ready?"
Okay.
Get up.
Everyone wake up. Let's
Yep,
go.
Let's go.
Get up!
All right. So when you come onto the ship, in the passage of time, it's actually become quite misty. It's mizzling. It's a little bit wet on deck, and it's the grey. The clouds have started to set in. But if you kind of squint and you sort of really make out on the horizon, a looming shape is just about coming into focus. So Windrun brings the ship round about within 500 feet, And he's looking very interested. At this distance, you can't really tell what's going on, but he's kind of he says, you know, this has suffered a lot of damage, lads. I don't know what you're going to be able to do on here. Even with your... Actually, does anyone have any nautical experience with any sea vessels or anything like that? No?
Sadly, none of us.
Okay. So, Windrin is able to tell you, but even from your limited knowledge, you know that a ship that size should probably have masts. This does not. Both of the masts have been shorn off. And it actually seems to be listing quite noticeably to one side. But the deck seems, I mean, normally the ship, like you can kind of make out little bits and pieces of sort of things on the deck that have been left there. This is completely clear, completely flat, except for that it's listing quite noticeably to one side. And it looks like actually it's maybe taken some damage. So Windrin kind of explains to you that it looks like it could have been maybe hit by some sort of tornado. And as you steadily get a little bit closer, you can see that its masthead, which was once a beautiful angel in flight, has been knocked and disfigured and actually looks kind of creepy now. Windrin also sort of says, you see the way the ship be riding low in the water, like it's kind of sunken into the sea, as it were. I reckon, lads, that's down to some very heavy flooding, and I don't know, the bilge and possibly even the lower deck might be flooded quite badly. Just to give you a little bit of a warning. Also, it's not looking likely that we can tow that back to docks. It looks like it'll sink within an hour if we were to move it. It's not looking good.
May I suggest someone go dive?
So
I kind of already figured out maybe like the gnome can't go because that's just and I can't go because
You ain't gonna freeze, can't you? Can't like freeze a pathway
I'm looking at both of you.
Oh, wait.
I'm looking at you rogue.
I got the best
Wood
agility.
elf, and bard.
Well, listen.
Go for
I propose you lot take one of our rowboats. I'll give you two of my men. They'll row you over to the Emperor, but I'm not taking the Soul of Winter any closer, I'm sorry. But they'll take you over there, and you can scale it that way. How's about that?
That's fine.
I ain't gonna let
Two
you-
of your men, 2 of our men.
No, all of you gentlemen, that's the deal.
Well, yep, this is where we have to be men.
Okay.
And it's
my
listing
instinct.
quite badly, so I
My
would...
dragonborn instincts, I'll just say maybe we should stay. Someone should stay.
No.
I think as a team we should go investigate this ship.
Okay.
With your strength and his magic and his music, and we're nice.
Cool.
We're out here.
Come on, are you a dragonborn or are you a mouse, lad?
Yeah, come on.
I'm dragonborn. Let's go.
Don't be scared.
He wants the money, he doesn't want to work for it.
Don't be scared.
Let's go.
Okay, so are you going to make your way over to the Emperor?
Yep. Let's go.
We're moving forward.
All right. So
In the boat.
the sailors, they're not very talkative lads, and in fact, they're decidedly not making eye contact with you in particular. You almost think that you might have heard them once or twice being like, they didn't tell us a tiefling was coming aboard. They're rather mistrustful, but not making any trouble, just getting the job done. And they row you guys over dutifully. And they've brought ropes and grappling hooks, should you need it. But from here on out,
It's all us.
it's on you.
All right. So, no, do you want to ride on my shoulder or something so you don't drown?
Get tired or something.
What?
If you want to scale the side of the ship, I'm gonna, with a gnome on your back, I'm gonna need you to do a strength check, athletics check.
Before he
Okay.
does that, before he does that, can't I use a ray of frost to just like freeze up around the areas of the boat just so we can use land on the outside.
Ooh, freeze the water around the boat.
Yeah.
The so there are no portholes or large openings in the hull of the ship. So the main deck is really the only place you can
freeze
get
inside.
on board.
Okay.
And scaling it is probably your best bet.
Okay. Let's go scaling it. Let's move forward.
Alright, cool.
But
It should be the person with the most dexterity, right? Dexterity?
Dexterity.
That's it.
yeah. So
Who's got the highest?
I got
1
a
plus 1.
13 plus 1.
So 12 plus 1.
I got 15 plus 2.
I got 18. Well,
Eight.
4 plus something. But it's 18 total. So I go.
18 plus 4.
for what? Sorry.
His dexterity.
Oh right. Okay. So you're gonna make an athletics check.
Yeah. So all of us share. I mean.
Yeah.
Alright,
Go for
cool.
it. Why not?
Oh, let's go.
Ooh, 18, baby.
Yeah.
What'd you get? 3.
Such a free.
Well, you
Plus, what's your athletics? What's your athletics?
I keep getting 9s.
Athletics is
Going on?
My athletics is a plus
plus
6.
1.
Plus 1 for you.
Yeah. I thought it was higher.
Okay.
But you
So-
got high dexterity anyway. You
Yeah.
got high yeah, my one is I got 30. I got 18 on my D20 and I got a plus 6 on my athletics multiplier.
So are you going solo or are you helping someone else out?
We might as well team up.
I can carry him. I can
All right.
carry
So
him.
you kind of sling him on your back. You're
Up
kind of like
on.
you've got your staff on you, and you boss it basically. You're like straight, which is surprising because the sort of dexterous one
Fell
tries
backwards.
to follow you up and kind of like there's a lot of slick
You can
algae
grab
on
onto
the
me. You
side.
can grab onto me as well.
I'm in the water, bro. I'm like.
No, you're not in the water, but
Oh,
you've
damn.
fallen back into the rowboat, so you might want to
Ah!
You can grab his leg.
You can grab
Back
my leg. Because my strength, what? My strength is
Grab
up
his
there.
leg and
have
Oh.
another roll. Have another try. What have you got there?
We're going back to 3.
Wow.
Sorry, let me see.
You're
Oh
here.
my gosh,
1 second. Let's try again.
The man got 4.
you're not doing so good.
Oh, 15. Finally,
All
after my
right,
third
finally.
drop
So
and my
you-
back
so
broken.
You're kind of embarrassed now because the rest. Well, did you scale it okay?
Yeah,
Have you rolled all right? Okay, so the rest of them have kind of scaled up, and
They've been waiting for me for a second.
yeah, you're a little bit embarrassed, and you're like,
I
you're
have
kind of-
embarrassment.
yeah, just sort of like shaking off the algae.
Rejection, disgrace.
So you finally.
Everything that I need. Sorry.
So you're finally on board the Emperor's upper decks.
Yeah.
It's almost peaceful. You feel like standing there. You can hear the spray on the side of the boats and the creak of the timber. And if you close your eyes, it's actually quite nice. It's rhythmic and it's quiet, very quiet. The upper deck kind of slopes gently down towards the ship's port side. The forecastle and quarter deck are they're completely empty. And short wooden stumps that look like they've been very, very violently hacked are all that's left of the masts. There are double doors leading to the cabins fore and aft. They seem pretty intact, as does a kind of a big metal grate in the middle that you sense probably leads to below. But yeah, aside from a rhythmic creak of the ship's badly weathered timbers, all seems very quiet.
May I suggest then that we split up the ship based on our numbers?
Good.
Yeah, so I was thinking maybe the gnome and I go to the lowest decks.
Why was me and you? What's going on?
Huh? Because I got
wanna
the
be
strength and
independent.
you got the brains.
Okay.
On your
Yeah,
shoulder right
and
now,
then
so you gotta
these,
do it
and then
anyway.
and then these two can do the. So we can do the
Lower deck
lower deck.
and cargo hold.
So you'll kind of
Someone can do the cargo hold, someone can do the upper deck and the quartet.
you'll have to take
So we
take
can
it
go-
slowly because you're getting ahead of yourself now. So why
Okay.
not investigate the area immediately around you first?
Cool. All right. Can anyone roll for some like?
Why not?
Show me your intelligence.
Yeah, Actually, let's roll intelligence.
Okay, cool. Everyone rolling.
Well, I'm not really looking out smart here. I'm looking -1.
Yeah, my intelligence is -1 too.
It's alright, man. Acceptance.
I'll roll something though.
Acceptance is the first step.
You know what? I got a 20 though.
The line,
Oh, natural 20. Let me see.
Naturally gifted, naturally
Yeah.
smart.
All right. So you kind of stroll up to the center of the ship. You're like,
bro. First.
what's
All
going on
Sherlock
here?"
I
Holmes.
got the wrong one.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna roll
you've
full
gone
wisdom.
straight to the. All right, wait a second. Let's.
sorry.
So you've kind of gone up to the ship's wheel and sort of because you're like, well, what's stopping us from sort of seeing what's going on here? And you very quickly deduce that the wheel turns with absolutely no resistance. It's been disconnected from the rudder, and actually it would be impossible to move the ship without any extensive repairs to it.
Okay,
It's deep in the waters.
I got a 15. And I was rolling for a wisdom.
Okay.
But like my one being to notice something on the ship. Basically.
Okay, well that's a wisdom perception check.
15.
You've noticed that there are quite noticeable bloodstains being pooled in the center of the deck. And if you would like to make me another medicine check.
Medicine check, yeah. So I roll for a medicine check, yeah. It's a 10.
10.
You can tell from your keen sense of smell as a dragonborn that these bloodstains are about 3 days old.
3 days old.
Okay.
Can you
That's
also
mad.
deduce what type of blood? Is it human
Yeah.
or something else? Or orc?
No? Do you have anything in your wizard bag?
Ooh, I don't, but I can try the intelligence as well. I got high. I
Yeah,
went-
okay.
The blood is blue.
Blue and it's on fire when it comes out.
Also, let's go.
All right, so you're doing a medicine check, yeah?
Yeah.
You're not checking anything. You're checking out.
It's red is all that you can currently
Damn.
tell.
It's just red.
It's congealed. It's dark
Wait.
red, but it's old. But you can't tell.
Maybe the body's still on the ship.
Wait, can I roll for intelligence?
Go on.
Intelligence?
What's your intelligence?
My intelligence is
11.
11.
11.
Just 11.
Yeah.
What is this backhanded
Uh-oh.
rolling
We're
dice?
gonna try it one more time, guys.
Yeah.
Raw, like that.
2.
Yeah.
It's next to him. That's why. I want to
That's
see.
bad luck. You might as well sit
You
here.
were never get very good in medical matters,
me.
and you can't deduce any more from the current.
One last question so we can move on from here. Is it getting dragged anywhere?
The ship is.
Yeah, for the bloodstains lead.
To the blood
Oh
stains
no,
somewhere,
the
sorry.
bloodstains are pulling quite uniformly as the ship is kind of listening to
So
one
the
side,
blood's
but
lying
there
there.
are no trails.
Okay.
It's just that's all you can kind of deduce.
All right,
that's
let's
a-
continue.
Should we go to the
back
next
it.
dock, the next
So
level?
yeah, so like the so there are as you're sort of standing where you came up to the side on the port side of the ship, there are double doors to both the left and the right, and there is a large metal grate which is currently shut in the center.
Okay. So we have to open it.
You can, or you can go through the doors.
Use your strength.
No, because the ship is still.
Wait, the ship still? Are we still in water? Are we still moving?
You're not moving anywhere. The ship is. The ship is as
deep in the
Titus.
waters.
It's riding low in the water, and as Titus discovered from moving the wheel, it's not. It's disconnected.
This
So
ain't even moving if it could.
no.
So.
So you're kind of just drifting.
Let's not damage it because we don't lose everything.
Oh,
The ship is quite considerably.
Can't we? Okay, nah. So I'm
If they
getting-
freeze it and break the lock,
No, I was gonna say freeze it,
not
but
bad.
freeze it in position. Freeze the water around it so it doesn't move.
but
It's just too long. Let's just go to
It's
the next.
not. There's no strong winds at the moment, and it doesn't
Let's
have any
check
masts,
everywhere.
Yeah.
so it's not really moving anywhere.
Sure thing. Let's go to the next
Could
dock.
we? I don't know. How about like size magic? I don't know if that makes sense, but like, do you have anything to make you smaller or bigger?
oh, I
Yeah.
guess.
Could we make this ship smaller and just look through
But
it
that's
with
a
our
level.
hands?
I think that's a level 3 magic spell.
You can do an advanced version, but you won't be able to do it on the ship itself.
I'm talking
But can I make myself smaller and go through the
Yeah,
gaps in the doors?
You can't. The doors are actually. You haven't tried them yet.
But that will only double yours.
Oh, so we haven't known if it's locked or not.
You haven't tried them.
Guys, let's open the door.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
All right.
Why just open the door, kick it down, Dragon Ball?
So you've gone to the first set of double doors, which you don't really have a lot of nautical knowledge, but you've checked on the map and you're pretty sure this could have once been the captain's cabin.
Oh. So we're looking for.
So you.
Roll for intelligence.
No, well, let me just give you. Let me give you the lay of the land first.
Let the master speak.
So you've. The door opens quite easily, and it's very dark inside. And there's immediately in front of you a very rough stone altar. There are very strange markings covering it. There's dried mud on the floor, and there's a lot of skulls arranged just above it. And actually, there's even more skulls around the side of the cabin, mounted on pikes.
Not liking
This
it,
is
guys.
not good.
Not liking it.
Getting voodoo vibes.
There's lots of like garbage and all sorts of debris piled in the corners. And just this, you sense, is where a lot of the furniture and bits and pieces from what would have been on deck has ended up. It's been smashed and kind of like shoved in the corners. Make me a history check.
Ooh. History check. Whoa, that would be. Would that be?
You've got a history. I think yours history is quite good.
Yeah, my history's a +6.
Yeah, give us a roll.
Say it again.
My history check is -1.
17.
Okay.
Ooh.
So you,
That's 23.
from your extensive studying of arcane knowledge, you approach the strange markings on the altar, and you immediately recognize an 8-pointed star with a web motif as being a sign of the goddess Lolth, the goddess of spiders and lies.
You just came here for a box, now we're bugs, it's all getting.
And
It's getting a bit techie.
And actually, you see now that your eyes have become accustomed to the cabin that the corners of it are completely covered in webbing. And as you've been studying this altar and these markings, the door is swung shut behind you, and everybody make me a roll for initiative, because a giant spider has just burst
What?
out of the back of the
One,
cabin.
2, 3.
Straight.
Woo!
19.
I got 15.
I hate that I can't lie on camera, it's 5.
Well, that's good. You shouldn't be lying on camera.
I got
Lying is
19.
bad
There's
for
a giant spider in the room, yeah?
So what do you get? 19.
Yeah.
So I'm last to attack.
You should block it.
I should attack it and kill it. I don't
Really?
know.
Yeah.
You should hold your horses,
Yeah.
is what you should do while I find it on this manual. Hold on a wee sec.
Anything, tank and draw it to you, and then we'll do like sudden
It's a
attack.
spider on a boat.
Hey.
That's
Give it to Bart Simpson.
Come on, this
and
doesn't-
run.
Alrighty, so what was everyone's initiative there?
Mine was
13.
5.
19.
15.
I wish
5,
I could say
19,
higher.
15. Okay, hold on. So, Balazar, 19, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
So that's number 1.
yeah. And then,
You're a winner.
where are we at?
13.
13,
15.
15, okay.
What'd you get in?
5.
I don't like talking about my
You got 5.
I got 5.
Oh, no.
Sorry, you were 5? Why are you rolling so low today?
I'm just waiting for the right moments, you know. You
Where are
gotta.
we at?
13.
13.
Because you lame.
Oh, you stole my luck. Don't leave me hanging on camera.
Okay, alright.
They saw if you didn't leave you hanging.
For a millisecond.
All right, so yeah, a giant spider has jumped out. Like it rears up immediately. It is quite large and very intimidating.
I'm saying there's a big spider I'm running.
The door swung shut behind you, and as you try to run out the door, an ettercap has also joined the fray. Just because you're trying to be
Scaredy cat.
just because you're trying to be a scaredy cat, I'm going to add someone else to the
Who's
mix.
in it? Who's that?
An ettercap is a humanoid spider. It's basically a spider that looks like a person. It's got big clenching jaws.
Wow.
That's what happens when you mess with me. I'm going to get real with you
All
today.
right, let's go,
You
let's
thought you were going
go.
to have an easy time.
All right, cool.
Love it.
Hey,
19.
you man, come and squish this thing.
Let's go. Let's
All right, Balazar, you rolled a 19, so you can go first. Who would you like to attack? There is a giant spider in front of you and an ettercap behind
I'll
you.
hold the
Bear in
giant
mind that it
spider
was
because
his
I'm
fault that
strong.
there's a next.
You want the giant spider? All right, so what are you going to do? You're going to attack?
I can just block it. Can I block?
It hasn't attacked yet,
Ooh.
but you can prepare yourself if you would like. For a
Yeah,
block.
just on defense.
You want to go on the defense?
No, actually, I want to kill it. What's the?
You want to kill it? You got to hit it.
what I was gonna say is
got
I
any
could go-
fire breath thing? Got any fire breath?
No, but I'm saying I could give you the bardic inspiration.
Yeah, hype him up.
It's
and then
not
get
your
double
turn yet.
points.
Oh, damn.
You got to wait.
Ooh, okay, cool. I'll do the attack.
Yeah? All right,
And
so
then have if you want, Bard Simpson.
well, we'll get to him. If you would like, you can. You can attack and then go for a frenzy, so you get a bonus attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, are you attacking with your pike?
Yep.
Would you like to roll for that? Roll to hit first.
All right, roll to hit. Come on, do this. 11.
Plus,
Rolling
what's
kinda
your
good
modifier?
A plus 6.
That's a
So-
hit. That's a hit.
Yep.
So now do you want to roll for damage?
Yep.
I'm on 20.
7.
Okay, so that's plus your 4 piercing damage. What did you roll that? Did you roll the
Yeah, I
d6?
rolled- Yeah. Oh,
Square
D6.
one. You roll the square
Oh,
one
no,
for
no.
damage.
3.
3. Okay, plus your 4 piercing, so that's 7.
7.
So
So really got the same number.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. All right. So next is where's my running order? What are we on here? Oh, okay. It's my go next.
Oh, here
Here it comes.
She's a spider. Bitch.
she's a
I
spider.
am the
And
spider.
a humanoid spider.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go straight back and attack you because you attacked me first.
Oh, a spider, yeah.
Okay. So what have we got here? What's your armor class?
My armor class.
That's
But I'm knocked out the park.
The spider has lunged at you, and it's missed. You've dodged just at the right moment.
Is it because of my dexterity?
No, it's because
She rolled a low
class, I
number.
rolled low.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So it's Bard Simpson's turn next.
Okay.
So what would you like to do? Do you want to hype him up?
I want to hype him up so he can kill this spider.
All right. So that I believe Bardic Inspiration
Yep.
gives a bonus die the next time you attack. Yeah. Okay. So we will keep that in mind. For 10 minutes, you can add it to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. So it doesn't even have. If you roll low, you can basically add it and see what happens. But we'll do that when we come to it. So I'm going to put a B there.
I'm about to go berserker.
Next.
I want to actually use mage armor to actually protect him because he's the strongest one out of all of us. I think like, we need him.
Oh, that's so
Hey,
nice.
teamwork. Yeah. So wait a sec. What is? Let me just remind myself.
First level magic spell.
Okay.
I'm actually good.
Sorry.
I have that
It's
ready.
like when it take long to give you your food.
Friendship.
Okay.
You're gonna be like,
All right. So I'm just gonna say, because I did have it written down and I can't find it. I'm gonna say that gives you advantage on your next thingy as well. All right.
should I roll it or just leave it?
No, I think that's an instant cast. I think that's okay.
Level 1, simple armor spell, you know.
A little top right.
So
Dagger the humanoid, yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
okay. So it's the Ettercaps go next.
Mad what he's saying.
What did you call it?
An Ettercap.
And then,
I might use my shorts.
It's like a big sort of bulging chitinous mass of muscle and snappy.
Sorry, did someone else join the fray?
Yeah, an Ettercap because he tried to run away. So I
Again?
did another one.
Who keeps
No,
running
not
away?
another one. Not another one. Same one. Same one.
But who kept running?
This is an Ettercap. If you would like to have a look at it.
Whoa.
Oh, you have to give it.
Yeah.
Slide tackle it first. And then
The Ettercap's going to attack you
For running away.
for running away.
Deserved that.
It rolled a 1. So you got really lucky. It's actually it's in the excitement, it's tripped over a bit of the debris and it's fallen over. It's now prone, which means you have advantage.
So an advantage on that, can I use as my stealth attack on that fallen?
Yeah, well, you can use a sneak attack. On
Yeah,
it, I
yeah,
believe. So use advantage. So go ahead.
So is that D20?
That is, yeah, to hit. Yeah.
Oh, but
And you'll take
luck
the
on the
highest.
Come on, man.
draw.
Come on, bro.
small numbers out here.
Oh.
So
going up, though.
Advantage means you'll roll again.
Again
and
and
take
get a
higher
double
one.
one.
So get it. So whichever one is the highest you can use.
Fine.
You are not nice with the
Bro,
dice
the
today.
numbers are speaking
You're not nice
to
To
me.
me. I want a 5 on it, my brother.
You're not nice with the dice,
Not
man.
nice with the dice at all.
Nah, not today, boy.
Alright.
We
That's
lost
fine.
opportunity.
So you're like properly like buffed now, so you should do pretty well.
All right, so the spider's already dead. Already killed it?
No,
Everyone's alive.
no.
Everyone's killing.
You haven't done
Everyone's.
any have you done any damage?
No.
We've been tripping and falling. That's.
Oh, I didn't trip and fall.
You
'cause
did,
he
you
powered
did,
me up
yeah.
and
Okay.
I didn't power, I gave you armor.
yeah, and
You,
then
you have done some damage, but it's not dead. yet.
Okay, I'm gonna have to.
Fire against
I have to go for another attack.
Yeah.
If you
Sure.
miss, bro, I'm not supporting you no more.
That's cool. Get the other thing.
Done.
12.
Plus your
Mike
modifier.
Simon
Yes, that's a hit.
Yeah, with my pike. Yeah.
Yeah, if you would like. Do
Yeah.
you want to add? So once you hit, you can add another d6 of damage if you would like.
Ooh,
Thanks
no,
to.
actually, let me switch. Let me do a hand axe. It's a +6 though.
Okay. That's a slashing damage.
Switching up, yeah.
Yeah,
See.
switch her up, hand that.
Sure.
Roll for damage.
Roll for you've rolled.
That's a
damage,
D6.
sure. That is
2
2 plus 4.
plus 4.
And then you can, I mean, he's given you another d6 of damage if you would like to add it to that, but you can
Yeah.
save it if you would like.
No, save
I say save it for ultimate attack.
Because you can basically, if you roll, because you have still hit it, you're still doing damage, but if you would like to make sure that you don't miss the next time, you can save it.
Okay.
Alright, cool. So I rolled to I already rolled for damage.
Yeah, so that's fine.
That's
you can
it.
either just add to that damage or leave it at that for now.
No, I'll leave it.
You want to settle? Okay, fine. So that's 6 damage. So
You guys
all right.
focus on the next one. Focus on the human.
Okay.
Okay, Hemo's not doing nothing in it.
So who's next?
I think
Spider.
she is
next.
Spider's next, yeah.
Oh.
That sounded like a good with the dice. Oh, that's good with the
What
dice.
happened to my armor? Is it gone now?
No, I think the armor is still there. The armor's still there, so you might be all right actually.
Power, friendship.
So I'm gonna do.
Power French.
Okay, all right.
Oh,
I'm gonna need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
A Constitution saving throw, D20, yeah.
So if he misses this, he
My
gets
Constitution is
messed
15,
up.
yeah, with a multiplier of 2.
that's not bad.
Hey, when you add 4 to that, let's see what happens.
Or 4 to 15.
How much did you get?
4.
4. 2 plus 15 is 19.
15, yeah.
Okay. You the spider has reared up and bears down upon you and clamps its jaws into your shoulder. It burns for a second, but your scales, you sense that your dragonborn heritage has shaken off some really bad toxin that was hidden in its fangs. The spider kind of comes back, and it's like, it's ready. It's tasted blood now. It's ready for more.
Okay, cool.
Wow.
Antitoxin?
You're not actually
no.
poisoned yet, but you almost were.
Alright, cool.
Well done.
The armor, I think.
But if it was any of us, we would
Yeah.
have been.
Yes, actually, that's true. Okay. Skinny, your go. What would you like to do?
First and foremost, yeah.
You can do humanoids thing. Yeah,
Run away, and we're gonna.
Yeah, don't run away.
I feel like to run away, to be honest.
Again.
No,
I will
I'm not gonna. I'm obviously not going to. Come on now,
You
guys.
feel like it though.
I want to try and attack it, to be honest.
Not the
Hey,
spider.
do you have any trance things I can put them
What's
all in
invisibility?
in a trance?
No, but invisibility, if I'm correct, invisibility will make it invisible by the time I'm doing it.
That's
There's
not
no-
going to serve you very well, but
You know what I'm saying? I
Can't
don't,
vicious mockery because it will still bite you no matter what.
Can you hypnotize them?
I say just support us as brothers. Let us do the work. And
Yeah, be a healer. Like,
all right, cool. Who's got the lowest?
who got hit? Did I get
Yeah.
anyone get hit?
you took a little bit of damage, but not too
little bit,
much.
yeah,
Not too
yeah.
much.
But what, you expect the gnome to be doing all the work?
No.
He better bring some fire this next round. 'Cause we're dealing with
Yeah.
spiders.
Why don't you try?
my electricity bill.
You could try. Yeah.
Hellish rebuke.
This guy.
Why don't you read out your spell card for it and see what you reckon?
Hellish rebuke.
But that tarot-
There you go. So hellish rebuke. You point your finger and the creature that damaged you is momentarily surrounded by hellish flames. The creature must make a dexterity saving throw.
Keyword hellish.
Yeah.
I want to do this.
Hellish heritage.
Hellish rebuke.
You better roll
so-
One
good,
second,
you
just before
know.
we keep going with this fire, are we not in the risk of burning the ship?
But,
Fire.
Just wanted to know.
There's been a lot of heavy rain, and,
Oh, so it won't be, yeah.
and it's quite wet at the moment. So it's possible, and it's good to keep in mind. But in the cabin where you currently find yourselves, it's very damp. So.
Release the hellish.
So I need to know, but I need to throw, right?
Yeah. Well, no, sorry. So you're going to do this. This means I need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, yeah,
Is
cool.
that what it said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, there's a chance.
So which are you attacking? Are you attacking the spider or the Ettercap behind you?
The other one.
The other one.
Yeah, it's
The
a
adder
bit
cap?
hit, Yeah, it's a bit hit.
Alrighty. Let me just make sure that doesn't have any. No, fine. Yeah. Okay. It fails. What do you say to the Ettercap? What is your hellish rebuke? And then how much damage is it taking? Do I need to roll for that?
When you got spell using the spells, Damage increases.
Yeah, the one
I think so.
D10.
D10.
Yeah.
All right. Let me get to that.
Wait, it takes 2d10 fire stick damage on a.
2d10.
Wait, it takes 2d10 on a failed save or half.
Damage increases by 1d10.
Oh no, yeah, that's after level 5, I think. Is it?
I don't
Yeah.
know. I think so.
Yeah. Okay, don't worry about it. Let me do that then. Ooh, 9.
Oh. Ouch.
9 damage. No, wait, that's not. Is that right?
When you case, cast a spell using a spell.
Yeah, okay. All right.
I can't use cutting words as a reaction, can I?
Can you use a cutting word as a reaction? Let me find out.
I like to let them know. I like to let them know how upset I am. Squeeze.
As a reaction, when a creature that's not immune to being charmed, you can see makes an attack roll. Oh no, that has to be
Don't talk to
a
Spider.
reaction to.
Squeeze.
It's like a bird.
Let's just say it takes a good bit of fire damage. And how are you gonna play this out? What do you say to it? What do you do? To hellishly rebuke it.
Oh, what do I say?
You've done quite a lot of damage to it. So.
What's that done? But nobody likes you anyway, so you're better off going. Goodbye.
Kind of like rears back, and
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
it's
See how effective the fire was.
you know that Ettercaps spend a lot of their time in dark places. It does not like the fire that you've just introduced into its life, and it is a little bit shaken. It did not. It just thought it was getting an easy meal.
Try to get
Hit
at
him
me,
with some
yeah?
more fire. Hit him with some more fire.
Fire.
Oh, wait, no, I'm fireproof. Hit the spider with it. Hit the spider with fire.
Why don't you hold the spider and then he hits both you and the
I think
spider?
that's what I was doing.
Mordecai, it's your go.
More for him, guy.
So I want to do.
Fire.
I'm gonna use ice.
I don't know which one's stronger, magic missile or fireball.
No, I'm a Tarasu.
Man, like more for him, guy.
Firebolt is your cantrip, so I mean,
You can use as much time as I want.
yeah,
What?
yeah, it's pretty good. It's good to use, and because you have, bear in mind, you don't know when you're going to get the rest again. You don't know how many of these are coming at you.
Okay,
So
Fireball.
yeah, so I don't know. Roll at
I
so that would be roll your d20.
Yep.
Sorry, what?
I still got his multiplier as well for my attack.
8.
Despair.
Okay. Plus what's your modifier?
My modifier for is 6.
What are you attacking? Are you attacking the spider or the other?
No, the etiquette, because he hasn't been really
Is it
hit.
the etiquette?
Etiquette.
So, let me attack
What, so you're
etiquette.
not attacking the spider?
Let me see intelligence.
No, spider's you. That's for you.
Yeah, but I thought put it on fire, weaken it. I'm fireproof.
No, you need to eat it.
What?
Sorry.
Okay, so you're attacking spider.
No, the other one.
You're attacking the Ettercap. Okay, fine.
Okay.
That is a hit. Why
So
don't you
much for
roll
seeing
for
one.
damage, which I think is it a D? What is it? What does your spell card say?
It is.
Crossbow.
Oh,
Crossbow is bad.
fireball is
Oh, if I-
D10.
D10. All right, go for it.
D10 is here, correct?
Yeah, you got a little cheat sheet there.
Yeah.
Go for it.
That's 10.
Oof. Yeah. Okay, that works.
When you reach 5th, how many times do I do it? The spell damage is increased by 1d10 when you reach the 5th level.
No. So okay, that's fine. So you've done tons of damage actually, and it is. Yeah. Okay. It's taken a good bit of damage, but it is not yet vanquished.
How much do we know how much life left of it?
It's kind of shrinking back. You can see that it's kind of like the fire sort of lit up one side of its face, but it's still got a little bit of rage left. It's about halfway there.
Okay.
Crossbow.
You sure?
So we keep using
I
fire.
like that, you know.
Mm.
Crossbow.
So, Titus, you better pray to those dice to be good D.
To the
What are
dice
you doing?
gods.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna throw some arrows.
You're gonna
Some
throw
arrows. Not throw them, use my short bow.
You're gonna use your short bow. Okay,
No,
so that
use
is
your short
that's a dex.
Don't
roll.
showboat. Use your short bow.
Okay.
So I'm having just anxiety crossing this. Give me one
What
second.
which are you
Nah, it's gonna
attacking?
be a good.
Oh, I'm attacking the one that's just got burnt.
The Ettercap. Okay.
Yes,
Go for
because
it.
we need to finish that off. Bro,
What have you done? What have you done? Where is it?
I got
6.
a 3.
What's your dex modifier? Your dex modifier.
+4.
Can we roll for you?
You've kind of like drawn your crossbow and like gone. Like
This hair, I can't even be
trying to
legless.
really
Like,
curl
oh, it's so dead.
The bolt just
Man, that little
thuds
finger.
into the stone of the shrine behind the spider. And yeah.
Doesn't the shrine fall over and then hit something and then it causes a butterfly
At the rate
effect?
you're going, it's going to hit you.
That's what I'm thinking.
Man, that little finger.
All right, cool.
All right.
I've still got his
Yeah. All right,
cool.
go for it.
one more attack. 8.
So plus your strength. What's that? What's that? bring you
But my
up to?
strength is 18
Slow down.
So what's the modifier on that? What's the plus?
+4.
+4.
12.
That's still a. What is it? A 6? No, an 8. Sorry, that's a hit.
Oh, and the +6 from you, from that inspiration stuff.
Yeah, still, yeah.
Plus what?
6, I think.
Off the
So
the roll of the
The
d6.
inspiration, you can add that to your. It is still a hit, so I would add that to your damage rather than
Okay.
this.
Well, so 6, yeah? Oh, do I roll it, yeah?
Yeah.
Roll your damage, yeah. Roll your
Roll
damage.
D6.
Bro, yeah, as long as they're above 4, my guy. I'm not even gonna come close to you. Let me not even come close to you, so you.
No, you're absolutely killing
Nah,
it.
man, you
yeah.
got no, listen, you got no dash-itis, man, still over there.
4.
So you got 4, so
So
you
four-
sat away from me.
So that's a 4
been
plus.
2.
What are you
16.
What are you attacking it with?
I'm gonna attack it with the hand axe
So
again.
your hand axe. So that's 4
Hand
plus
axe.
4 slashing. So that's 8 damage. Do you want to add another d6? Because that's what his does. It basically adds another d6 to that.
Add another one. So another D6 roll, yeah?
Yes,
Going for the
if
kill.
you wish.
Go on.
Also-
lads.
Go on,
We
man.
got this.
Come on, man.
We got this. 5!
Yeah.
Oh my god!
So what's that all together?
Altogether, what,
Yeah.
with the 16, 21.
21?
Yeah, your
That
maths on.
spider is super
Crossbow.
dead. Tell us what happens to it.
Berserker! That's what I'm doing to it. That's all. And then.
Just cleaving it.
No, it's cutting it. It's cutting it.
You're cutting its legs off. All right.
Berserker. Listen, these guys are looking at me like.
So listen, you stand
is how it
aside.
is
You're
for you.
gonna like go back. And just
No,
Honestly,
I'm a
that's-
hate.
This guy
is
comes through with the hand axe, and he just
Like that.
he's filleting that spider like he is chopping.
And I'm just
it
going,
into bits.
blood everywhere. Like,
Chop it up and one
It's like-
barbecue style.
I want to say, this is how he actually eats food. This is the way it's so funny. Remember the Turkish restaurant?
So that is one super dead spider. It's actually quite poetic. You kind of chopped it up and it's sort of like fallen and like sort of bled all over the shrine to Lolth. It's completely desecrated, in other words. And you can turn your attention to the Ettercap, and it's your go.
That's cool.
That's
Really
you.
great teamwork, guys.
Yeah,
Keep
I
insulting
feel
him.
like you need to like sort of step up your game here because
No.
like,
Yeah, man's doing my
I feel
job
like
by
you-
myself as well.
you're
bro.
doing your
Word.
thing, you know. You're doing your little
Don't worry,
thing.
don't worry,
No.
you're gonna get it.
don't
One
worry,
day, bro.
don't worry.
One day. No, yeah.
Oh, what?
One-
Bardic
Yeah.
inspiration.
Yeah, gas me up.
Ah, cool. I'm gonna give you some Bardic
You
inspiration.
cannot
kinda
just
clean
yet.
it.
It's not your go.
Oh,
Oh no, you can't. Sorry, it is your.
Then I
go.
got a
Is that what
15.
you'd like to
Yeah.
do with your go?
Yeah.
No.
Do you wanna? Okay, so you're gonna give
You
him
the
your.
man, bro. You the man, bro. You can kill this animal, bro. Sit on him, man.
It's all in the books, the spells I've got
Trust
them.
me.
But open
No,
it.
no,
Open
Bardic
it.
Inspiration is actually a bonus action, so you can attack as well if you want to.
Oh, can I?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, how would you like to do that?
Hellfire. No. Hot craft.
Yeah, use the fire thing you done last time.
So very far, I don't
Yeah,
think
you
does
got,
much
you, got,
damage.
you, got, you got a spell in there called hot breath.
Would that would it?
I don't think that does any damage. No.
So-
No, that's.
You wanted to use his hot breath. I don't know if that's right.
Would you?
That's one of my powers actually.
You could do
No,
vicious
relax.
It's
mockery
Dragon Ball.
if you would like to.
Vicious mockery. Would that work?
Yeah. That
Yeah, that's the
works.
same fire thing.
That means I will need to do
Do I have to roll it?
a wisdom saving throw. But tell me what you say to the Ettercap.
Huh.
What do you do?
What up, Kurt?
So his
West
the
side.
spider is literally being hacked to death in front of it, and
Yeah.
he's like, you're kind of, I don't know.
No,
sort of recording
I'm
the
just over there
sound.
watching it.
What am I-
I'm
what
like,
am
What are you doing? What are you saying to the Ettercap?
Say East London.
I'm
All right.
here.
So I'm gonna do a saving,
Yeah, say
a wisdom
East London.
saving throw on this guy. His wisdom
See what your brethren said?
is, yeah.
That's what he said.
The
That's what
Ettercap
Brandon
shakes it off. He's not bothered. He's
Oh.
like,
He
He
doesn't
gives, like,
speak
some-
English.
some he doesn't. Yeah, actually, he's like he doesn't really understand infernal or common or
So you
anything.
could have just stabbed him up, no?
And he's just angry. So, but you can do your bardic inspiration on this guy.
And we get flag my guy.
All right.
Bardic
Oh,
inspiration.
Oh.
All right, Mordecai, what's going on?
One for him, guy.
What are you gonna do?
Got a firebolt.
I'm just gonna firebolt.
That's my guy.
You're just gonna what?
Gonna just fireball.
Firebolt until
Yeah, thank you. Thank
Do
you.
it.
I need to
the
do
firebolt.
D1, correct?
can't
What
do
does the
nine.
firebolt spell card say?
Uh,
Man, not gonna back
the
it.
spell damage increases by 1d, what's it called, dice. When you reach a 5th level.
Oh, don't worry about the 5th level, because you guys are full.
Oh, well, 4th, so
Yeah.
I still want to get 5th, you know.
Well, you might level up by the end of this if we do well enough. So
I'm getting no XP points for this.
no, you're.
I didn't touch one.
Hey,
month.
don't worry
Let's
about
go.
it. You still got
That's
some
no dice,
time.
no?
It's like you,
Still
in,
got
it's like you in the club, innit?
Let me check this out. Hold on.
So I need D10.
Right. Firebolt. Here we go.
I need D10.
Crossbow.
Right. Okay. So on a hit, make a ranged spell attack. Okay. So do a wisdom D20 through.
Oh, D20, yeah.
Yep.
Why?
Like, he-
Come on.
2.
Ah, you can't roll like that again.
Because he had to talk.
No.
Why you rolling like? Why you rolling like that for? You just roll like that.
What's your modifier? I doubt this will work.
It's a new wave, innit?
What's your modifier, bro?
I'm not.
The
modifier,
modifier
bro.
is
What's your modifier, bro?
Wisdom.
for wisdom.
You see intelligence.
What's your intelligence?
Oh, plus 3.
Or intelligence? Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, all right. No, that doesn't hit. The Ettercap is, he's enraged, basically. He is absolutely furious, and he is ready to do what his friend could not.
Oh,
to
he's
finish
Passing
you
the
guys
bad luck from you.
They say,
Bro.
With the body,
All right,
inspiration,
Titus,
you
come
know,
on.
bro.
This is your chance
Redeem
now.
code,
Come
come
on,
on, man.
bring it back. Come on.
Come on.
Nine,
Come on.
nine,
Come
nine.
on.
9?
Yeah.
You get 9
What are you
for
going to
real.
do? What are you doing? Tell us
He
first.
can't believe
Tell
it
us what you're
himself.
I just can't believe that we got shit. 9 plus. I wanted to attack
With
my
your
short.
sword? Okay.
No, my short sword.
Okay, all right. So, and you got a 9 there? Plus
Yeah,
what's your, what's your,
Multiplier.
Yeah.
Plus 6.
plus 6?
Yeah.
That's a hit.
Ooh. Do I roll D6
Alright.
for attack?
So okay, so this could do something good. So to show us what happens, roll for it at damage now.
Roll that.
What is it? What is it? What is it?
A 2, my lovely.
What? Why you jump up like a...
Because I'm upset.
Yeah.
You have you've done a little bit of damage. The other cap kind of goes, it just kind of reaches towards you, and you're like, yeah,
Real
and
quick.
it's kind of reared back, and it's like a little bit on the back foot. And with that, I think we should take a little break. What do you think?
Yeah, I feel like I need to go get my bearings.
I think we all need to like take a breather. and
rolling
sort of
practice.
figure
I need
this
rolling
out.
practice.
See you
Nah, you know
guys.
I don't need
Let's make
rolling
rolling
practice.
piece.
You know I don't need rolling.
And we are back. Sorry, we had to do a very
Very
quick bathroom
funny.
break. But just
Crossbow.
to recap, we're on board the Emperor of the Waves on a brand new adventure from the Ghosts of Saltmarsh. We are investigating, looking for Obrecht Dralian's box of goodies. And we've just been in the middle of a fight with a giant spider and an ettercap. Filleted the giant spider. You've kind of scratched the surface of the ettercap. He's very angry, thanks to some spidery, some fire spells.
Little scratch.
He's nearly vanquished, but it is currently Balazar's turn again.
Oh, okay, it's my turn to.
Yeah.
All right. I'll let you choose. Pike or the hand axe?
Hand axe, my guy.
Yes, we know.
Which one, man?
That's what you want.
Alright, cool.
This guy wants to do berserker all the time.
11.
11.
Yeah, strength
Okay.
is okay. Yeah, that's cool. Hand axe plus 6. I got to roll a d6 for
Damage.
damage.
Uh-huh.
4.
And then I think that has,
Plus
does
a
that
6,
have
that's
slash?
10.
Okay, so 10. So, ooh. So how are you kind of like handling him? He's just
Yeah.
slashing away. He's
Like
kinda
how
like,
he eats.
like he's absolutely on the back foot now. He's like he's panicking quite a lot, seeing that his companion has been absolutely slashed to bits. Unfortunately, his cries have attracted a tiny swarm of spiders that have just crawled under the door that you just came through, and they have also joined the fray now as well.
Whoa. We were
Was
dealing with two
that his
spiders.
kids?
So
Don't
it's
run.
It's a swarm.
Just don't
It's a
run.
swarm of very small spiders.
Says you, bro.
They don't
Nah,
they
fam.
don't pose a massive threat, but they are.
I'm
very
scratching
much,
right now. I'm a bit itchy.
Bro, I'm lying.
They're currently they've kind of like just they've kind of all pooled underneath the door. They've kind of pulled their way through, and they're currently sort of gathering around where the ettercap is. It's almost like they're providing him with some kind of moral support at the present
Okay,
time.
so what? You can see there's a connection, a communication.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, they've kind of like they've joined the fray. I mean, if anything, it's a sign that there's more on board this ship that you were not previously aware of.
I want to get off this ship.
So
I want to get off the ship.
so now
Right now, oh
it
my
is
days, I'm
now
itching.
Bard's turn. So what would you like to do?
Get off the ship
Don't run away, man.
and
Come
swim
on.
away. What?
Come on,
Bro,
bro.
my whole body's itching from this.
Bring 10 more thousand spiders. Let's go. 'Cause you can't keep running away. You can't.
Yeah.
Would you like
The
to?
door's blocked. They're coming through the door.
Chat to your way. What do you mean? I don't advance to chat to your way. It's a 10,000. What? Get out of here. What I like to do, I'm fuzzled now. What I like to
You
do.
could just attack with your rapier if you like.
That's what
It
I'm
won't
gonna
take
do.
a lot. The spider, they are. I mean, they're not much bigger than regular spiders. Let's be honest.
I don't even like those spiders. But no. I'm going to roll and attack them with my rapier.
All right, do it.
Is it a D20?
It is to attack, yeah.
Ooh, that's 6 on 9.
6, 9. It's a 9. Is it 9? Is it 9?
6, 9.
It's a 9.
Nine.
It's a 9.
Blicky with a sticky.
What's your modifier for your strength? There?
My rapier is +4.
No, sorry, for your
Strength.
modifier.
That's a 9. That's a 6.
Okay, so
Where's my strength? My
Even -1.
Is it -1? Yeah.
you missed. Yeah, you've kind of taken out your rapier and slashed at the spiders, but
Which I've got spider in your house before.
they're literally a swarm and they've kind of dodged. Yeah. All right.
Oh, I'm crying. Right now I'm crying in the corner.
Mordecai, what would you like to do?
I would like to do Ray of Frost because I think that, yeah. And,
Okay. Why don't you read what is Ray of Frost telling us?
okay. A frigid beam of blue-white light streaks towards a creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, it takes 1d8 of cold damage, and its speed is reduced by 10 feet until it start of your next turn.
Okay. So why don't you make a ranged attack? So
D8, D20 first.
Yeah.
Come on, please, come on, guys.
Yeah, that's how you got to roll, but you rolling that something wrong with your hand.
Oh, that's a hit.
16.
That's a hit. All right.
Come on.
So now what was it? A D?
Instead of rolling that.
D8.
D8.
Oh, let's go.
Get a full motion.
Let's go. Spin it as well.
Yeah, don't spin it again.
Oh no.
I just want to be number 1 in life, that's why.
Let me spin it.
That's what it'd be. Some.
Let me spin it.
You've done some damage. You've aimed
What?
the frost bolt at the spiders and you've killed one of them. It kind of goes click.
Just one?
Just one.
Where?
There's a few more there. There's let's say,
9,999
let's say there's 21 more of them.
21. 21.
All right,
you don't
hold on, who is next here?
And
Yes,
in the
Michelle,
losing
yeah.
corner, we have.
£65.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's the Ettercap's turn next.
Oh, slow down.
Of course it.
And it's gonna. It's gonna
I forgot it's in the corner.
It rolls a 1. It's fallen over.
It's got my
yeah,
curse.
it's gone for you, and it's kind of like going. Whoa, it's kind of tripped on, let's say, the
Watch him
viscera
get
from
zero.
the spider. and
Okay.
fallen.
if you get 0, I'm gonna laugh at you.
When I get a 17, you're gonna stay quiet, yeah? My brother.
All right, what are you gonna do to it? It's prone, so you would have had advantage on that anyway. But let's.
Can I get a stealth attack on it? No, sneak attack because it's on the floor.
Okay, let's say
I
because
think
you've
so,
done
chicks.
so badly. Let's say you've seen the enemy on the floor and you are raring to go. So
Straight away.
Go straight in for it.
It tripped. I was already on it.
All right, so what are you gonna attack it
Nothing
with?
but a 4. Nothing but a 4.
What are you attacking it with?
Yes, my guy.
Only fools allowed.
No,
my
no,
brother.
wait.
What
My guy,
what
my
damage-
guy. I've got this
What
shit.
damage are we
These
talking?
are if you got
We're
chips in the club, you
talking
know.
4 plus 6 plus 4 piercing.
He's killed it. What happened? What did you do?
I
It's
just
stabbed. What did you do?
started dancing, started doing the
No,
big
how do you
flex.
kill it? What does it look like? Tell me.
Oh, it looks like a puddle of just green
So you
slime.
kinda like-
Oh, how I killed it?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a neck throat, like throat slash. Neck throat slash. That's neck throat slash.
Right, so you've basically come in here, you were downtrodden. Your mates, like, even though they were like in peril, like they could have died, they still took time to make fun of you. So
Yeah.
you were like, I gotta get this. I've got
I had
this.
to get
He
this.
said a neck throat.
Neck throat slash, bro. Keep the S in there. Or it just sounds
You've
nuts.
stepped up and you've come in with your short sword.
Yeah. But it wasn't that short after I killed everyone. It was looking kind of like a normal sword.
That's what she says.
All right. So Slash, the Ettercap kind of staggers back, falls back, and just like spiders tend to do, it's all of its limbs kind of
Oh,
falls
yeah.
in on itself, and it falls back into the debris, very much dead. All of its beady eyes roll back in its head. And you've just got one little spider swarm. You don't like spiders, do you?
I hate spiders, man. I can't lie to you. That just anything in the world I'm good with. Spiders, no.
All right. So it's the swarm of spiders' turn, and they've turned to you,
Yes.
trying to get some bites in.
You can do
They
this.
can smell the fear.
They can smell the fear. They can, and they've managed to nip at your ankles a little bit. I won't lie.
My lads.
It is 44.
Save your chest, don't be scared.
No, he wasn't talking about you.
Oh, no, I wasn't actually talking about you stuff.
Sorry.
No, that's way from.
Okay. It's they've kind of gone in for your foot, and you feel like little
That's making me
a
itch.
bunch of little nips, and you've taken a little bit of damage there. Not too much.
Can I
You're going to have to cut his foot off.
Taking a little bit.
I clean him out
We've
still.
got to leave him here.
Oh my God.
Is that what you man are saying?
Watch Jurassic Park here, the spider scene in the canyon. I mean, in them like.
You mean the original Jurassic Park? Or the
Yeah,
new one?
yeah. the
Hell no.
No.
spiders. Yeah, I hate that scene.
Hell no, bro. I don't watch. Man.
I don't know. But he knew what movie that scene was from, but he never seen that movie.
All right. So you have.
I've definitely travelled the world, done scary things with spiders. I'm not with it. I just turned into a child and start. Oh my God, there's spiders everywhere.
Let's be honest. And you're on board the ship dedicated to the spider goddess, so that's not going to end well for you.
We came here for a box. So
So-
now we're finding a spider.
told you.
Oh, for 15,000.
50%, my guy.
To be fair, it is a lot of
That's
gold.
15
It's
bags.
online.
Yeah, you're right. Still, that's 15.
Balzar, do you want to finish off the spider swarm?
I
Wait, don't I get to fight
I
them?
got dragon fire breath, yeah?
Yeah, you can.
Even in real
absolutely
life?
Can I
do
roll
that.
for that?
Point it that way, not this
So
way.
how does that work? I think that's it's a breath weapon, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll for that.
okay.
Boom shakalaka.
12.
You're looking
Tell me,
still.
have you got a spell card for that? No, or is
No,
that
I
just
haven't
what's that in your actions there?
Just breathe.
Okay.
Look for it.
Just don't brush as hard in the morning.
Gingivitis.
See when
Through
the
power
master
of
starts laughing, you know
gingivitis.
the drink bags. The grandmaster.
Through the power of gingivitis.
Okay. Each creature. Oh no, actually, you don't need to roll. This is me making a roll. I've got to make a saving throw for this. Cool. All right, let's do that. The misses. You're so riled up by all the proceedings, you've kind of gone, bah, and the spiders have kind of just over to the side. It is very dark in the cabin, to be fair, so you might have just not seen them.
Yeah, but okay, cool. That's cool.
He's like, yeah.
Cool.
Some light.
Need some light? No, I have night vision.
Bards.
Oh, you're bad, sorry.
What are you going to do?
So
Just a little tiny
Do
swarm of
something,
spiders,
man. Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I want to attack. I want to river dance on these spiders.
Hyper.
How do I make that possible?
You can stomp on them. You can make an unarmed strike, but it won't be very powerful.
An unarmed strike? That's
You
not
can
fun.
do it.
Can't you control them with the power of music and sound?
Ooh,
Like
nice.
the
What-
piper.
What spell cards have you got? You want to have a look? See what's what? You can probably do. I mean, you have some more spell slots.
Teaching
See
him
what you
how
can
to use
do.
his own power. Like.
Donate them to me.
You know them ones.
Donate. You don't need them anymore. You just killed an ettercap.
After 18 turns.
That's D&D, my friend. That's
Why didn't
how
you
it
have a
works.
tribute? Can you keep doing hella
Yeah, can I do your head tribute, please?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you've got more spell slots.
Oh,
so.
sorry, let me just do it.
Which one do you have to throw? Read it out first, though.
Yeah, read it out.
So you point your finger, and
Yeah.
the creature that damaged you is momentarily surrounded by hellish flames. The creature must make a dexterity saving throw. It takes 2d10 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful.
Okay, so that's on me. So dexterity saving throw. I'm sorry, it's 20.
Ooh.
Natural 20.
The big 2-0.
You ain't touching these spiders.
Snapping the whole time, fam.
So what happens to him?
Does it still take damage on a fail? What does it say?
You got 20.
Success
Oh, you
and
still have
fail?
it in your hand.
It takes 2d10 fire damage on a failed save,
And
half as much damage on a successful one.
half on a successful.
Oh.
So I will give you
10.
some damage. So
Do you know that's upsetting? Because I actually rolled a 20.
did you actually?
I actually rolled
Oh,
a 20.
hit. You rolled a natural 20.
I actually rolled a 20. I just
So
rolled
what's
that.
the? Is it two? What is it? 2d10 of damage?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me borrow your d10. So I'm gonna say you did 5 damage there, which means they are almost there.
20.
I'm gonna say, yeah. All right, they still get a little bit of health. They, what did you kind of do to them? They kind of like were engulfed in flames. Are you kind of like rising yourself up?
So basically, I did my fire dance and I jiggled around them.
Yeah.
I got the flames to come up.
Yeah.
Told the guys to get involved. you know, like Kevin Hart, get fire on them. Get fire on them.
Okay, so the swarm kind of like erupts a little bit, and a couple of spiders. It's almost like if you ever watch when you put like a bag of popcorn in the microwave.
Oh yeah.
Like a couple of them kind of go,
One by one.
Ooh.
but there's still a few left.
Yeah.
So
What?
there's still a couple left, not very many, but yeah.
I just want to roller skate
Mordecai,
from
why
them.
don't you take us home?
More forehead guy.
I think I'm just gonna use the scorching ray. Can I use that one? I wanna go out for a bang.
Oh, you want to go with a bang? Okay,
Yeah.
read out what does that spell card say?
What's like the magic missile?
A lot of us are like really
Oh.
pyromaniacs, you know.
What?
I
No.
know. Well, if it
Fire
works, it
attacks.
works. You know.
If you got it, use it.
The word is
Yeah.
arson. Arsonist is the actual word.
Yeah.
I know this is someone that likes to
Okay.
bring flames to things. A pyromaniac is someone that likes fire. There's a difference. Sorry. Not that I know.
For scorching ray, you can create 3 rays of fire, hurl them at the targets within the range. You can hurl them at one target or several.
Okay.
Obviously, we have one target, so everything goes to that.
Perfect.
Make a ranged spell attack for each ray. On a hit, the target takes 60. No,
Yeah, 60. Okay.
yeah, fire damage.
Okay, so roll the 3 attacks first. So roll 3 d20s,
Okay,
and we'll see how many of them hit.
Oh, they're all going
You
out.
do it proper now.
What's that saying?
Nice.
Okay. That's what's your int?
What's the?
Oh, 6. Okay, so that's a hit. That's a hit. Sweet.
5.
15. That's definitely a hit. All right, and one last time.
21.
Let's go.
4.
23.
2 plus 6. No, that's so only 2 of them hit. So what do you roll for damage for this one?
Oh, which one?
D6.
D6.
D6,
There,
right.
there.
Where?
Man picked it up twice.
Was it this?
2.
Oh, 2 right here.
Okay, all right, and then again we're rolling for two of those hits worked. So
6.
So
okay,
8.
all right, so
Okay, bet.
Okay. Sweet.
I just turned your dragon into.
To a donkey.
Plus 6.
No strike.
Okay. All right.
Chill
That
menu
is-
next.
That is. You killed him. What happened? How did your
So
spear go?
I literally cornered them all.
Yeah.
with my amazing scorching ray.
Yeah.
Sound like a drink.
It's not free. So the scorching ray burnt every single one by one. Instead of literally doing it slow, did it really fast. So it was a painful death. So
That's
I could
sweet.
say it was not really.
So the spiders are kind of like just like all of them. Like they actually make a sound louder than you thought possible for such teeny tiny spiders to make. And
Especially when they're making it in unison.
yeah, they're like.
Oh,
like-
smell in the room must be nasty.
And
So-
this tiny cabin, it didn't really smell all that good before when you came in here. Now it absolutely reeks of burnt hair and spider inside.
Sweat.
and
Inside, sorry.
Smells like
Adder
sweat.
caps are not known for their cleanliness either, so it's pretty gross in here.
Yeah.
Breath as well.
So yeah, well, what do you want to do?
So
The intelligence roll continues.
I want to continue searching.
You guys didn't want to get a rest.
So you want to search through this room?
Yeah, true, but it's your roll next.
No,
That's
it's
a
fine.
team-
We're out
team-
of
team
combat
effort.
now, so-
Okay, so I can't roll.
Yeah.
Wait,
I'm not the one with the intelligence again. I'm only wisdom.
I'm
I'm
glad.
the
It's
only
glad
one
that it's good you know that.
you should look to me.
Yeah, but then let's increase.
Well,
the
this is
odds.
if you want to sort of like check around the room, that's actually
don't
a
use it,
perception
okay.
roll. So
Who's got good at percent?
Me, because I think I can see in the dark as well, can't I?
yeah, go for it. Make a perception check.
D20.
So that was 16.
So you're gonna you search through the debris, and to be fair, there is a lot of it, and you kind of like pull aside all these chairs and bits of like spider and all sorts, and you find a very tattered captain's log, and sort of like flicking through it. You can see that it starts off very perfunctory, like, it's kind of like the ins and outs of what the ship has been vesseling back and forth. And then all of a sudden, a date that sort of harks back to, roundabout ties in with the time that Ulbrich mentioned the ship went missing. The captain states that the true fate of the Emperor of the Waves, the ship was nearly sunk in a storm that drove it off its course, it's true, but it never actually sank. It turns out that the ship made it to an island, and that was its last voyage. A terrible storm threw it off course, and it was separated from its escort. It was running low on water and food, so it was forced to drop anchor at a completely uncharted island. And it turns out that this island was overrun by warring tribes and druids who had sort of dedicated themselves to Loth, the spider goddess, and saw this ship as a sign of her favor. And the crew were almost universally slaughtered. The last entry describes an attack by orcs that fought alongside goblins and monstrous vermin. The crew fended it off, but they suffered heavy casualties. And in fact, in the final entry of the log, the captain worries. His handwriting is kind of like a very sort of manic scroll at that point. He worries that they may not survive the next attack. And once you pick up the diary and look underneath, you find that there's a minor offering being made to Loth that's kind of like half sort of squashed into the mud underneath. It's a sack with 10 very bright, shining red rubies inside. And with your past dealings, you gather that they're probably worth around 100 gold pieces each.
Ooh. And these crystals are similar to the one that we have with us.
That crystal is a very potent magic energy. You can tell when you hold it. These rubies are kind
Just
of
normal.
standard gems that you can trade in any port.
Okay, we split them.
Yeah, split them.
Yeah?
That's cool. Everyone get their piece.
Yeah.
All right. And
Great fighting.
how
Give
would
us
you like
some-
to proceed?
Huh?
How would you like to proceed after this?
I mean,
Continue searching the ship.
Especially
Where we at it before?
So
Lower deck.
you're in the main deck. You're in the captain's cabin. At the
Let me see.
moment.
I think the lower we go, the better.
Yeah, let's go lower. Wait, so
Wait.
we go through the captain's deck?
Wait. Don't we want to find out where the
So
The boxes.
the spider goddess?
so the
yeah, but we don't have to go further down then, innit?
the deck. I mean, once you kind of like you've stopped the combat, it's gone almost eerily quiet again. You kind of stop and listen because obviously you were disturbed quite a few times in that fight, but can't really make a lot out. Just the crashing of the waves and the creak of the timber again. You can leave the captain's cabin if you wish. There is another set of double doors directly ahead of you, or there is the iron grate in the middle of the.
We have to check everything and be thorough. Just go through those next doors.
What about the iron grate though?
The what?
There's an iron grate in the middle of the floor. That it goes down basically.
Oh, so it's either going through the.
It's either going this way or going this way.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I say go down.
Go down.
Let's go straight to it.
That was a change thing. But yeah.
Let's go straight to it. Yeah, go down.
And then we'll investigate again.
Mm-hmm.
So where would you like to try to look? The double doors or the grate?
Show of hands, down or up, down or right?
Down.
Down.
Okay. You approach the grate, and on first sort of look, it appears very sturdy, although it is kind of rusted along the side. You try to pry it open from the middle, but it doesn't really budge. It kind of like gives a little bit. It seems to be a little bit rusted. You could try smashing it, or you could try sort of investigating it a little bit further.
I thought, well, you guys suggest should I just break it off? It's simple, just.
Go on. I
I
think.
feel like we should investigate it before you break it in case it has like a. You don't want to break it and then there's a million other spiders down there. You know what I'm saying? Let's figure what's.
So do you want to make a perception check?
Can we?
Yeah,
You have to do it.
Is that me?
Go for it.
Miss Marie? Sorry. What should you get like a 3 or something, man?
1.
That doesn't count. It bounces with a
A
glass.
7. 7. 7. Yeah, you're right.
Can I wait? Can I?
Seven.
It's a 7.
Yeah.
But I'm saying.
What's your thing?
Someone else can sort of you peer towards the darkness. The grate is you can see through it, by the way, but it seems almost complete darkness past it. But
perception.
someone else can make another look if you like.
Read my
Let's
perception.
try another look.
You're gone. Command on +5.
10.
Okay.
That's not that great.
You look towards it, and you obviously you're a rock gnome. You have better vision. Or you have quite good vision in the dark. You look closely, and you can just about make out about a couple of fist-sized spiders scuttling away from your.
Fist size.
But they move away quite quickly. But you've definitely spotted someone
Fist-sized
moving.
spiders.
Fist size. Bro. No. Sorry. That's like my worst nightmare.
Can't we just set the room on fire from outside
Use his dragon breath and just aim it down.
and just burn them inside like an oven? Sorry, is that too much?
Yeah,
Too much?
we
Okay.
can do that. We can do that.
That you can.
Right.
Well, you're not.
Saute spider.
You can try, but that will not affect the iron gate. Just so you know. So it won't get you any further, and the spiders have now moved out of sight, so you can't actually
So if I'm
see
learning,
them.
there's no point.
Can't just engulf the whole place.
Can I just? Oh.
You need like a grenade.
Let's just find
You
out.
guys just
You
wanna
have
get
a
close
spell
to
to
these
take
spiders.
do locks or
No,
something.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I use the mage
I'm on
hand
that
or
as
the
well.
tinker?
Or sleight of hand.
And do what with it?
Open the door, bro.
And then what?
Oh.
You can try and You can try and force it open if you like.
Just cut that down.
Are you going for the iron grate, or are you going for the doors to the side?
Get the iron grate.
Remember, there is another path that you can take to the side as well.
I feel like if we're gonna go
I want to
down,
go to the danger. I can't lie. I feel like there's more rewards.
Yeah, let's go to the
you wanna go to the danger.
Yes, let's go.
Yeah.
You haven't seen horror movies, have
Iron
you?
grade, isn't it? Iron grade.
A man said go to the danger. You not seen what happens
Alright,
if you run to the
cool.
danger.
Let's go. Let's go.
Rip that off then.
Rip that off then.
5.
But my strength is 18. With multiplier +4, so.
+4.
Nine.
You bash your shoulder full tilt against the
My
rusted
shoulder.
I
hinges.
think your shoulder gets bashed in.
Oh yeah. It definitely moves away from the hinges, and it also almost gives, but not quite.
Ooh. One more time? One more roll?
Roll again.
Maybe not too much.
You can heal his shoulder if you like as well. 4.
Should do.
Can I heal his shot?
Yeah, well,
It's yeah. You try it again, but it's not quite.
This one's
not
weaker
quite
than the
doing.
first one.
You ain't know about this, man. Can I use a healing word?
You can. It won't affect his strength at all, but it will replenish his hit points.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
but I haven't a lot of funny hit points.
Okay.
So not
I've got the
gonna do
most,
that.
so it'd be a waste kind of.
You can always. Yeah. Okay.
One more time.
You want it one more time? Okay. Go for it.
Berserker! Ooh.
8.
8
Plus.
4.
12.
12.
With one final shove, you've managed to make the iron door
And the spider's
swing.
gone everywhere.
With the door now open, you can make out a staircase descending into the
You
darkness.
mentioned that it was dark though, so please can we get some light? Can we get some?
Remember that you did divide up some torches at the beginning?
Oh, yeah, we do have torches using that.
Okay, cool. Using the torches or the lanterns or something, whoever they use.
Yeah, all right. So you want to light up some torches?
Lanterns.
Okay.
How many do we have? 2 or...
Hey, my guy, take a lantern. Take a lantern.
How many do we have? 2 or
My guy,
4
take a
each?
lantern. Pass one on.
Hey, hold this. My guy. Hey, pass me that.
There you go, man. My guy.
Let me hold this.
My guy.
Don't hold too close to your...
Oh, yeah, that's true, because it's on fire now.
I'm fireproof, so.
If this guy's looking like an ice cream. Yeah, I like this.
So we've got a little bit of light shining down here now. What order are you going to descend down the staircase in?
I can see.
I can go down first.
Yeah, you have to
You're
go
gonna go down
first.
Of course you're gonna go first.
You're the biggest.
You know what I'm saying?
Alright, cool. Yeah, I'm going down first.
All right.
I'm going down last.
Then I'm second.
No, I was going to go last.
No?
I was going to look back at the life we left behind.
We can roll the dice. We can roll the dice for this. D20, bro.
Bro, I don't want no luck on my dice roll today.
Let's do this.
Oh, you got double. See, look at the luck. You rolled 2 20s today. One involved
3, actually. Yeah.
Three
My
natural
guy, my
20s.
guy, my guy.
So we're going first.
Yeah.
Second, third,
Third.
last.
All right.
Wait, he's going second. The
Yeah.
smallest ones. You guys are.
But I'm intelligent.
Bro, take your glasses off.
I've got
Okay.
fireball.
talking to my guy.
What about?
Taking gloves off.
No.
So,
Exactly.
It's part of my image.
we've lit the
Oh,
torches. We've
It's too early for Halloween, bro.
Why are you here?
the torches. They've shined an eerie light on the walls, and all you can see is that head to toe in this very cramped corridor is absolutely covered in sheets of webbing. And I want you to check. Give me what is your passive perception score? It should be on the bottom
Passive
left.
perception is 10.
It's 10. You have kind of very boldly, you're feeling very good about all these fights that you've been winning, so you're quite bold in stepping forward into the next room, and you immediately find yourself ensnared in a spider's web
See?
Well done. Told you.
Told you. You wanted
that
to win.
stretches from floor to ceiling, and
Oh, get that.
you kind of go, "Ah!" You're very much pinned to the sides. The rest of you have kind of taken aback a little bit, and from behind you, in the darkness, you hear a getting progressively louder.
Translates to you're about to die.
Simple like this.
And in a very panicked first glance, you can see at least 20 beady eyes staring back at you.
Do this. It's simple.
Doom, doom, doom.
And you know what? Yeah, dun dun dun. That's where we're going
That's
to leave
exactly
Don't
where
worry,
we
This is
go.
what I'm gonna suggest.
Like the story.
I'm fireproof. Burn everything. Just stand on the side.
it. You're actually not fireproof. You're only half.
You're fire resistant.
You're resistant, so you take
It's
it
like
off.
your iPhone. Your iPhone ain't waterproof. It's
I was
water
just gonna
resistant.
say that. I
My
will get you.
constitution is 15.
Well, you know what? Like,
and I've got the most hit points.
What?
you're ensnared. You're stuck on board this this spidery ship, and it's gonna get a whole lot worse for you guys. I promise you. So
I call berserk mode.
that was no. You know what? We're gonna leave it now because that
I'm so
is
excited.
part 1 of 3. So we will see you guys back here next week.
Will I go berserk
and
mode? Will I not?
things are gonna get real.
Will they burn me?
On next week's episode.
So thank you guys so much for joining us, and thank you so much to giffgaff for hosting this.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Guys.
Jeff.
D&D
Thank
for
you.
hosting the stream. Thank you so much to D&D for letting us play this brand new
Thank
you, D.
campaign. We'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Bye.
Follow me on Twitter.
Gotta shoot your shot, right?